Well, when I was 17, once again, like I had to grow up. Looking back in life, a lot of times I realized I had to grow up a lot faster than others. Not to go too in depth, but I slept on the streets one time and I had to go to school the next day. And I told myself, I'm like, I'm never gonna allow nobody to put me in that position again where I have to count on somebody.
Come on, give them to me, baby. All right, I'm in line. The pending is the worst. Dude, I'd be happy if I got these, but I'm not getting it. I know it.
Got him. Better get him, cause I got him. What's good, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Fair Game Podcast, Season 2, Episode 29.
Season 2, Episode 12, Episode 29.
Episode 29, Season 2.
Episode 12.
Episode 12.
We're not good at math, man.
It's all good. It happens like that.
That's how it is.
Special guest in the building. One of my longtime friends and somebody I definitely look up to. I got to do a little quick pause.
You always got to do the quick pause, man.
When you talk about entrepreneur, fashion icon, hard artist, overall amazing producer, family man, good person, good dude. Every time it's a good dude on here, I'm gonna say that. Good guy.
Good guy.
That's just like unheard of. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Good guy.
It's hard to find a great man nowadays. Good guys, you say it.
One of the drippiest. One of the most outspoken. Goes in the building, guys.
Man, see,
Q audience.
man, I want to say thank you because that means a lot. Knowing that we grew up together, so you kind of know, what I'm saying. Before Urban Trademark, everything. So it's love. So those words really it hit home because the grind, the ups and downs. Before even the brand was even started. So I really truly appreciate that because we family, bro. Like we knowing each other for a long time, and I think a lot of times, it's important to kind of like give each other those flowers while we here.
While we're here, that's a big one.
Here.
While we're here is definitely a big one.
And so on the flip side of that, let me give you your flowers. This logo right here that y'all see, man, it always transpired. I was on the beach one day. I don't even know if I can go. Can I go in and okay?
Hey, you do your thing, man.
Right.
This is about you.
I was on the beach one day and police officer said basically I can't sell on the beach unless it's handmade. They passed a law where things had to be mass produced. So I came home and I told my wife, I'm like, man, I got to figure out what I could do to this hat to make it customized or make it art, considered as art. And first thing that came to mind was I need a logo. And I hit you. And, I never forget. It's certain triggers that I look back at now and understand why things work. And one of the things why I figured out why it worked is because your initial words was, "Gee, I'm gonna start it on it at 6 o'clock, and I'll probably be done by 10." In an hour and a half, you sent me a mock-up. I said, I like it, but we just gotta alter two things: the color of the hat, and there was some details on the bucket, and maybe in the shoe.
Yep.
And next thing you know, this logo was created. And so, as you give me my flowers, I want to give you yours because, when you got homies, I don't know what it is about just how this life goes, but it's sometimes maybe that's hard for us when we're young. But we're at a certain age now where we understand like it's love. That's what you should do to your brother. And so I just want to say thank you because it's a lot of people that support the brand and rock with this logo, and C was definitely a big vital piece of that.
Yeah. I mean, and I appreciate you even hitting me up, considering me for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times you understand that there's so many people in every lane to do everything, right? And you can pick whoever you want to pick. When you pick somebody and you're like, I ain't trusting you to do this, and they get it done, and it's a match made in heaven, and things actually work out how they're supposed to work out, like, it does just feel like magic. You know what I mean?
But when I look back at it, because it's certain nuances what I understand with creatives, right? A lot of creative people that's hella talented. But the reason why it worked, in my opinion, this is only my opinion, is because in that very moment, you saw it too.
Of course.
Because that's why you said, I'm going to start it on at 6, and have it done by 10. That means in your mind, I something about this that I want to get on this.
Yeah.
And I think that's the energy of like when you know like something. It's just like when both people can see the end result.
Definitely.
So, not saying we could both see it visually all the way, but we know it's something here that if we just knock this out, we're gonna get there.
It's in the energy.
It's
Yeah.
in the energy. Everything is energy. And so I look back a lot of times, throughout the years of like pivotal moments, and I look at like creatives, and I seen like that was one thing that I noticed, like a lot of things that went really successful because it was like, let's do it.
The sense of urgency. The
Let's
sense
do
of
it.
urgency was there.
A
Definitely.
sense of focus. And like you time blocked, like I'm gonna get this done in these 4 hours.
I wasn't
he
even
said
focused though. I said that, but I was more so just inspired. You know what I mean? Like
Love.
I feel like when you hit me with this opportunity, I was like, oh yeah. Cause one thing, and this is no shade to anybody or how things go down, but I'm gonna find somebody to take care of it. That's how I am. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start something. We gonna figure out how to make it work. But when you hit me, that's why I'm like, cool, this is my time to go in the game. Perfect. I'm gonna go in the game. I'm gonna hit my shot.
It's a fact. That's how I felt too. That's why you feel me? That's kind of how I felt. It was like, and it's crazy because the first person that came to mind was you. I came home and I'm like, see, draw. Cause it's crazy because when we first, this is how I knew. When I first came to your house, you showed me all your drawings, the Spider-Mans and all that. And I said, bro, why you don't be
Chris don't know I'll be drawing. That's what this is surprising.
I understand you draw. I just never seen it firsthand, so I don't know if I
do more
believe
graphic design on this side.
Yeah,
on
you
this
just
stuff. Yeah.
computer guy. I don't know
Yeah.
you be drawing.
I see get in his
Yeah.
bag though.
I don't know. I gotta see it, man. I don't know. He be saying some things. He say he got a jumper, but he don't. But I don't know.
I ain't seen a jumper in a while. I could commend the artistry when it comes to the drawing game. See you on point, bro. And I knew
Appreciate
that.
you.
You know what I'm saying? And you the first person that came to mind. And I just once again, I just want to give you flowers because it's not, a lot of times it's not the idea, it's the execution of the idea.
Definitely.
And you can't have execution without urgency, sense of getting it done.
100%. I
You see
agree.
what I mean? Because if you would have told me, bro, it's gonna take a month, I might have
Just
Might
went
have
somewhere
waited.
else.
this story might have not been this story.
Yeah.
Exactly. Might have waited. Might have went somewhere else. Got a different
A whole
product,
different logo.
everything. Or might have waited. You know what I mean? I'm working on a project with somebody right now. I can't say their name, but I'm waiting. You know, I'm playing the waiting game. So I did this work and now it's fire. We think it's fire. I'm playing the waiting game. And it's like, why do that when I could execute my product and make sure it happens? And the story might change, right? But right now, the story is in a stagnant place.
I think it's every situation is different. For me,
It is.
I didn't have the time to wait because I was fresh out of prison and I was trying to make some money.
Yes.
And I needed a logo to go back on that beach and make some money. So every situation is different. Like for me, the sense of urgency was important because at that time, that's how I made money.
Oh, it's important to me too. I'm very, very frustrated about this project not being out. But I agree. I just wanted to piggyback on that to say, like, sense of urgency is super important. Definitely make sure things happen. I want to cut you off so we can go over fits real quick. What do you have on today? Because we talk about what people got on, and you the first person to come with like something unique. I like that shirt. What's going on?
Thank you, man. This is just a find at Urban
Urban Outfitters?
Urban Outfitters.
Okay.
And then these some stack pans by Rebel.
Okay.
And these some taxis. You know, like ones has been my thing for like the last 2 or 3 years, man. I just try to wear one every day.
You used to be a threes guy.
I did.
What happened there?
The universe.
The universe.
You get a little bit older, you're like, yo, I can't keep wearing these.
One way.
It's the ones, man. And that silhouette and just, you know what it was too? When I watched The Last Dance, it was something that Jordan did that just, even though I was wearing ones before that, but it just made more of the story of this silhouette and this shoe more impactful. And,
Definitely.
And why it's so important.
You seen the movie, what's it called?
Air.
I did. That even kind of like, you know, it's his story and how he did it. It was like, bro, they knew. Sometimes I just know that they knew that this was this.
That he was just gonna be him.
Best gamble. This is the best horse to bet on. They knew that Jordan was the best horse to bet on.
But it's like even how they held the film, like some of this footage that's coming out, or it's just when you just know it's the essence when you kind of just know something is special. And when I watched The Last Dance, like even how like people don't understand, like I study like timeline. When Jordan was rocking what he was rocking and his steez and his style, he was like the everything around that wasn't like that.
Yeah.
When he got out that plane and he had the little colorful tee on.
Big ass baggy jeans. Or no, he had shorts on.
Big
I was going
ass
to actually
suit.
wear them shorts today.
Big suits.
No, it was shorts. He talking about when he hopped off the jet.
When he hopped off the jet.
Yeah, Air
when he got
Max 90 somethings.
in Japan and all the people going crazy.
Yeah.
That fit back then was just different. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think like from his aesthetic to how he carried himself to even what he did on the court, this shoe is special.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's got a lot of history behind it. So when I walk, I'm painting my history. I want to, I feel like I like that aesthetic too,
Yeah, Cash wore those episode ago.
Nah, I don't think. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did
he
last
wore it
episode.
with the Kobe
I broke
jersey.
him out,
He wore them an episode ago, and we
Yeah.
have a debate about like the Jordan 1s dying because
Never.
it's just getting to a point where they keep coming out with colors and colors and colors, making it way less special.
I mean,
Those are fire. The problem is that they made so many, it just made it a lot less special. If those were limited, oh, the streets would be on fire for those right now. That's an $800 shoe.
that's true.
Since it's public, released to the public, everybody can get it.
But it's how you rock it though.
True.
And my thing is like, I get to understand the exclusivity about shoes and all that, but really, people that like to get fly, it ain't gotta have no popularity. It's just, can you see it? The aesthetic.
Yep.
Like I like to get fly. So I'm not saying I'm a sneakerhead or not a sneakerhead. I just like to push it on. And I like to try to do it in a unique fashion. So I get the culture of like, man, if this was an $800 shoe and I walked in, it'd be more like, damn, he got an $800 shoe. But as long as I walk in and I'm turning heads, that's what mattered to me. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Like, as long as my fit getting the look, these could have been on $100, but the one I put it on, it ain't gonna look like that because I know how to put it on.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so my whole thing is like, a lot of people don't understand that. That's what fashion is. Fashion is your style.
100%.
It's not about the price.
100%. It's about how you put it on. I tell these guys all the time in store, like, it's about how you putting it together. It's a million things in this store, but can you put it together the right way that it's gonna make sense and then resonate with somebody else who's never seen something like this before?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So definitely dope. What you got on the crown though too, and the glasses. You gotta say everything.
So this was this hat I made in 2014. I called it the Breeze because at this particular time I was cutting my uncle's hair and he had dreads. And he was like, man, I love your hats, but if you could just make something with somebody who got dreads because I want my hair to breathe. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I go home, I got to my normal routine, start smoking. And
Drop the top.
Yeah, I just start cutting away. Me and Lika was like, what you doing? Like, we got to come up with, I told her the story, we got to come up with something for Unc. And yeah, and this is kind of like the finished concept. And I feel like this hat is kind of crazy because this is like a Ferrari to me.
Okay. Why
Like,
so?
Because it's like, I don't make too many of them.
Okay.
If you can see the aesthetic, it got the Goyard bill with the underneath brim of a car. You know, this is perforated leather.
We're gonna zoom in on that. Don't worry. We're gonna talk about it when you talk about the fit. That's fire.
Strap in the back so you can wear it like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's this one of them ones where it's like it's a piece. It's no different than these ornaments. You don't wear it all the time, but when you do, you kind of set the precedent of like, oh, what's that? Every time I wear it, somebody asks me like, did you buy it like that? Did you make it like that? And I tell them like, nah, it's custom. We chopped the top. This was a hat, so it had a crown.
Mm-hmm.
And we chopped it off. Because the thing about it is, when you look at visors, this is the separation. Like, I'm really big on details. Most visors, this logo wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work at all.
Because the visor is gonna be what, too small?
Or the logo would be way smaller.
That part.
Got you.
So the logo was on here because I feel like the boldness of the logo is what sets the logo and give it that tone. When this becomes too small, you don't see the intricate detail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted
Makes
to
sense.
keep that, and that was kind of like how it all, transpired. So yeah, to answer your question, yeah, this is just one of the ones, man.
I feel
Fire.
like I was more in tune with the story behind the hat on how
Oh,
you got
no.
inspired.
It's some more.
That's what I'm saying. I want to dive into like your mind of how, just like how you said you was cutting up your uncle hair. Like, where do you get your pieces of inspiration from? Like, do you walk into a
People.
random people?
People, universe, like I get my inspiration by filling voids. That's how you that's what life is about. And
Let's
so,
talk
like,
about go bands.
that one kind of came just because I was wearing a hat every day, and Tree came in one day and he was like, boy, you wear a hat every day, bro, you gonna go bald. And I was like,
I wear a hat every day. That's cool.
you know what I'm saying? He said that. I was like,
I lose
damn.
my top.
And so when he left, I was like, yeah, he kind of got some. I don't know. That was like
It could add up.
Yeah, it could add up. So I'm
A
like,
lot of people said.
So I'm like, man, I gotta figure something out. So we always had like loads of fabric. So we just started twisting the fabric up, and we made it into like a band. And Lika was like, it look kind of cool, but she's like, it look kind of cool, but how you gonna do the back? So the first version, Tree and everybody could tell y'all this, had a watch band.
That's kind of
It was a watch band on the back of the
That's kind of
to close it.
That was the first. That was the first.
Okay.
Because I was trying to give it like, it had a watch
He got
band.
championship
I
belts
can't
on
even
the head.
imagine a watch band on a.
The first one had a watch band.
Okay.
For real. And then I was like, this OD though. Cause like you gotta have that like simplicity mixed with a little bit of evolution. Like you don't want it to be too like, it gotta look cool. It gotta look smooth. You feel me? So it looked cool, but it was like, nah. So we digressed. And then we came up with a good fold. I call it the perfect fold. And the next thing you know, we did it. And I'll never forget, I hit Jason up. Shout out to Tradition. Shout out to Shop Tradition.
We're gonna talk about that too.
Shout out to Rob and Jason. Jason is somebody that basically put me in position to win when I was fresh out of prison. He had a store in the Beverly Center. And so I never forget, I hit him. I was like, Jay, I got the next best thing. I got the next thing that's going to hit. And he was like, it's kind of like question, like, what is it? What is it? I'm like, bro, I just got to show you. So I pull up to his spot and I pull out all the bands and he's like, a headband? Like, I'm like, nah, this not a headband. It's a go band because of the fold. And look at all the flavors. Look at all the like different colors. Like normally when you see a headband, it's a bandana folded, a paisley print.
Red, blue, white, basic.
Yeah, I told him that. I'm like, nah, you gotta see the value in this, Jay. Like a person who don't want to be associated with gang banging and all that, they gonna love this because they can still get that look, but they gonna be able to be different. And so Jay, like, he kind of questioning it. Not questioning it, but he just looking at it strange. Then I never forget, Carl Kanai walked in. He stayed in his building. And then I saw Carl looking over there at us. Like, I never forget that. Like, Carl was looking.
You don't know who Carl Kanai is, do
Nah,
you?
I don't.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
We're gonna keep it going.
He was looking, and then I was just like, I put it back in the bag. I'm like, Jay.
No. Close it up.
I was like, Jay,
Wrap it up.
Trust me, bro. Just take like a couple of them. Just take like 12 or 15 and put them in the case. And he did that. Based off, I think, the fact that we was moving so many hats. He had trust in me. He's like, bro, I gave you a shot. It's been doing good. Let me give this a shot. And yeah, like the story goes the same way with the hats. I get a phone call, I think the same day. He called me, he said, guess what? I said, what? He said, Sway Lee came in and just bought 6 of them and said, whoever making these,
That's crazy.
he's ahead. This is gonna be it. Tell him I want to endorse it. And so Jay called me. He like, yeah, Sway Lee even want to endorse it. So I was like, damn, Jay, I don't know, because it's so new that I don't want it just to be associated with one person yet. Because in the fashion industry and the music industry, it's so small that if certain people rocking certain things, certain people not gonna want to rock it.
Yep.
Especially if they feel like they're getting a check for rocking it, and they not. So I told Jay, I'm like, let's just chill out. Let's just see how it go. Like, you see he rock with it. Let's just see, you know what I'm saying? And nonetheless, after that, Chris Brown, ASAP Rocky, a lot of people, JaVale McGee,
Fetty Wap.
Like
In prime. In prime form.
Prime Fetty.
Prime Fetty Wap is different. You got to say prime Fetty Wap. Prime Wap is different, bro.
Prime what?
Nah, he was on a tear.
Kid Ink, friend of the store. We're gonna have him on the show too. Kid Ink is also one of the people.
Yeah.
Right? Like he definitely was into the hats and the bandanas. I think that's interesting, bro. How you flipped it so many times. You think I'm about to let you escape from calling out your fit before we keep going?
Bro, my fit's smooth. I don't know what you're talking about.
Chris, what you got on
I
today?
got a little West Coast vibe.
That's a West Coast vibe.
Yeah.
Which one? Like a gangster or who?
I don't even know. It's my vibe. And
Okay.
I live in the West Coast. So
I like those Vans.
I got the new school Vans,
Those
little
are fire.
chubby boys, Nike socks.
I'm gonna tell you what's the confidence though, not to cut you off. It's the Nikes with the Vans. That just let you know, like, I ain't tripping about what none of y'all say. I do.
Thank
what I
you.
do.
I be doing hey, I be doing Adidas with the Jordans, bro. So
Go, is that okay?
That's
Is
a
that
little-
okay,
that's
Go?
a little
Is
crazy.
Adidas with Jordan's okay, Go?
Hey, look.
Look,
Confidence
here he go.
wins the confidence. That's all it's about. It's like when you walk in, you let me know like you do you, and that's always a good
and
thing.
I got chewed out by this guy. He's like, "Why you rocking Nike socks with the Vans?" It was like they don't clash.
He on his positivity thing right now. He know how we get
but
down.
these
and
don't
Lika know how we
clash.
get down. We wasn't doing
These
that.
don't clash, bro.
We're
They
not
not-
doing that. But
We're
I
not doing
commend
that.
him for being confident because
Yeah.
it's like at the end of the day, he letting us know he do that.
It's more of a,
We're
it's
not
more,
doing
it's
that,
more,
though.
it's more like stoicism. It's more like he's being stoic. He just don't
Ooh.
care. You.
I mean, that's true. I'll give
Yeah,
you
that's
that,
what
but
it is.
I
It's
mean,
more stoic.
there's
gotta
some
respect
there's some sense to it. They're not competing brands. You feel me? I'll get it if it was like
You don't think Nike is competing with Adidas?
no.
You're absolutely
Nike
crazy.
with Vans, no, absolutely not.
Why would they?
At that
they
moment,
have
they
it-
not
At
competing.
this, at this,
at that moment, that's
I feel like if
They
I
in
had,
their own lane right now.
I feel like if I had Converse socks with some Vans,
you
it's
got an
crazy.
SB tongue on them bad boys with they got Nike SBs. Come on now.
Nah,
Either
they-
way, keep going. I'm sorry.
I got Target shorts.
Shout out Target. Target sponsor my boy. You wear a Target item every episode.
Literally, there hasn't been.
We're trying to get something.
I got H&M belt.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got a Hard Rock vintage tee, sponsored by Sean.
Single seam or is that what's up? Double stitched?
What you think?
That's a
I don't
double
know.
stitch.
It's
Right there.
fake.
That's a double stitch.
It's fake
so-
vintage.
Yeah.
Fake vintage.
Reprinted, but it looks nice. Looks nice. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
What about you, sir? You got some?
Basic. I was
You
trying
got-
to be cool today.
Nah, that shit's interesting for sure.
Crenshaw Skate Clubs already wore these on the episode. I was gonna change the laces. I almost wore the pennies today. I just decided to put on Crenshaw Skate Clubs because dunks just look better than basketball
The
shoes.
funny thing is, people don't even know this guy brings like 3 pairs of shoes to work every day, and like you'll see him leave for lunch, and he'll come back with a whole different pair of shoes.
It's
It
a
makes
comfort
no
thing.
sense.
It's a comfort thing. Once you get up there in age, you realize,
And
I
then
can't wear
know,
these for
and
for
then
5
I know
hours.
for sure you have emergency slides in your car.
100%. Emergency slides and
That's a
foam
Hooper
runners.
thing though.
That's a Hooper thing.
It
He-
is.
Chris a
I
Hooper.
have Crocs. I got Crocs.
I do the Crocs though. I know the Crocs is like one of those things you either do or you don't, but I do the Crocs.
I do Salehi Crocs.
So,
I'll do
they
them
got
for
it.
Nah, they've been upgraded.
I'll do them
What's
for
a
free.
Soleil Croc?
Salehi Croc is nice.
Thank you.
I'll show you.
Thank you. You do Crocs for free, right?
For free.
If
No,
it's-
only a designer Croc. The basic Croc,
Oh,
you not
okay.
catching me in the Croc.
You're a sicko,
No, it's
dog.
not. It's not even a broke thing. 'Cause
No,
I'm really gonna go away from calling you broke because you're not broke.
No, you just
And
bougie. I'm not broke. You just bougie. There's a difference.
I know, and I want to apologize. Okay,
Nah,
I want to
I don't
start.
want your damn apology.
Hey, you take it.
Nah.
and that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna
Keep
apologize.
going.
See, we came a long way, man.
Man, come on. I'm not doing.
Humble
you feel me?
yourself. What the heck?
I try to keep escaping it, but then he gonna pull me back and we came a long way. Yeah, I'm
Nah,
not
that's a
doing.
fact.
I'm going, man.
We came
Dog.
a long way though. It's
I'm-
like that's what we grind for.
That's what I grind for.
That's a
Period.
fact.
I'm gonna go eat at a nice place. I'm gonna have a good meal. I will do noodles, but
Get your groceries from Erewhon.
if I have to, but I'm really a Whole Foods guy. I know you're a Whole Foods guy.
Hey,
Let me go with the Billionaire Boys Club on the shorts, regular t-shirt. I can't remember this from Nordstrom's probably. On the fitted, I do got a Cincinnati hat, which is super dope with the Old English. Got it from Hat Club. Who cares? Mag Park hats all day. Anyway, you shop at Whole Foods a lot. when I see you, you post a lot about going to Whole Foods.
Hey, no
Health-
cap. I'll
health
be in
is
Whole
wealth.
Foods. I'll be in Whole Foods now too. I'm not gonna lie.
Health is
Thank
wealth,
you.
man.
Hey, come on, man.
Nah, but I be walking there. You know my
I do
daily
too.
walks. Yeah, my daily
I do
walks.
too.
Whole Foods is like putting 91 in your body.
You feel me?
It's like the 87 is whatever, but like when you start putting 91 in your body, you start to just instantly feel different. Your get up in the morning is different. You're not sluggish. So it's like, yeah, if you're gonna spend the money, you definitely want to spend it at Whole Foods because they giving you the best aesthetic for your body.
I've been trying to get away from this broke talk. I'm sorry, but
Dog, he buys Voss water regularly.
10 items in my cart and my 10 items in my cart and well, not Voss. No, I try and buy the
Fiji.
alkaline something, whatever the alkaline is, which you got to drink that in 5 days anyway. So
He
I gotta
keep a lemon
need
with
the guy
him at
like,
all
you know what I
times.
mean? Go get it consistently. But I say that to say I do like going shopping at Whole Foods because it's just better stuff there, you know?
That's a fact.
But they not Erewhon though.
It's not Erewhon, but Erewhon has really good things. Erewhon does have really good
Yeah,
things.
It's a little OD.
You leave out of Erewhon and your bill, you buy like 5 things, your bill be like $250.
You about to go
But
to
what you
Costco.
got in your cart though is
You about to-
amazing.
You got
I got-
5 things.
I got I got these
You gotta-
little tubes. I'm gonna say this. I'm a nerd. I know y'all probably seen me posting on my social media. I got these little tubes. It's called Royal Jelly. It's like natural energy. It's better than coffee. And they're like maybe like $10 a pop, but the energy that it gives you is unrealistic.
This man doing the
That's
whole
your go-to.
ad right now. He doing the whole
So I'm
ad.
gonna go buy 7 or 8 of them so I can have them for the week.
Yo, someone need to sponsor my guy right here. Royal Jelly.
Please, Royal Jelly and also Whole Foods sponsor me. Anyway, that's my fit. Bro be going to Whole Foods. I always see his post talking about going into Whole Foods real quick, getting something
Whole
quality.
Foods, man. Whole Foods is they like that.
Do you shop at what's the other place called? Sprouts? Have you ever been to Sprouts?
Sprouts it's cool, but
It's like a tier lower, like 3 tiers lower.
3 tiers is kind of crazy.
she's a tier. She knows that. I think Sprouts. You said is
Agreed.
I don't really shop at Sprouts, honestly. I be at Whole Foods more just because I feel like Whole Foods is this. They got
There-
everything I need.
There's one more. There's another grocery store. I forgot what it's called. Something Farms.
Bristol Farms.
Bristol
That-
Farms.
now-
I don't
now-
do them either.
Now, Bristol Farms I frequent. It's right there above Whole Foods.
So it's like
Bristol Farm.
Right there.
Where-
Only thing is they don't have a lot of produce and a lot of things in the store, but they waxing.
Air-
It's like maybe like 2 blocks away from my house, so I walk from it. I walk to it because I'm like, oh, I'm about to go to the grocery store real quick. I walk right to it. Man, I come out of there, my bill be like $150. I got 3 things.
Bristol Farm.
Bristol Farms. I'll tell you this: Bristol Farms is a great place to get flowers.
Okay.
Great place to get flowers. I frequently get flowers from Bristol Farms, pretty much like once a week. So
get Trader Joe's my flowers.
I like Trader Joe's too. We got a discount there. Shout out my boy Jordan Miller, frequent of the show.
Let's move on, man.
Anyway.
All this grocery store talk.
I just wanted to talk about
That's a-
grocery stores real quick. 'Cause
that's a real adulting talk right
Hey
there.
man, food is food, man. Food is fuel. I love food. I like to spend money on food. With that being
You
said,
at that
let's
age.
yeah. A full fridge is a little bit better to me.
In a lot of
In a
things.
lot of things.
Full fridge
Yeah,
or
that
full
age.
closet?
Full fridge.
Absolutely.
Mando full
Oh,
fridge.
yeah.
My closet
Yeah.
is full. It's overflowing.
If an in say full closet, I'm kind of like I know you still young
Yeah.
mentally.
Yeah. I
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the food, the essentials of your life is your health, bro. Like the food got to be A1 and it got to be on point.
when I leave here, I need to go pick up 3 gallons of water. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave out of there and buy something else extra just because.
Spin by water. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely need to get on that water, man. 75 hard. How's it going?
That's another thing. It was a gallon of water a day.
A gallon of water. a
I'm
day
not
for
gonna
75
lie.
hard.
Before we transition, I am going to talk about my 75 hard.
Here we go.
I've been kind of like lacking because, as we do know, I almost died this week.
I mean, you got to start over.
No, absolutely.
You
not.
failed.
I didn't fail. I just like had a little road bump. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
He ended up in the hospital
No, I had a
from 75 hard.
nah.
He tell you it never worked out.
I'm not gonna say an anxiety attack, but I don't know. My chest felt weird, and I went to the hospital. But they told me like, you just tripping for real. You know what I'm saying? They just
Panic attack.
and they kicked me out the hospital.
At what
What-
point do
like,
we
what-
feel like
what
the
caused it?
doctor? At what point do we feel like the doctor is lying to us?
I went to the ER. I wasn't trying to go to the ER. But
Which ER is important?
I went to Cedar Sinai.
Okay, they good.
You feel me? I went there and checked my blood pressure, my blood, all that. They tell me you good, but the nurses were like, they're gonna tell you're good just because you're young and you're like fitness. I'm getting back into working out. They're gonna tell you I'm good, but they told me to go see a cardiologist just to make sure. Because the main reason why I went, because I didn't feel so much pain. It's more so like I seen what happened to recent athletes like Bronny. Like he had a heart attack. Bronny James, LeBron James' son.
Didn't he just get diagnosed with something else?
No, they found out why he had a heart attack. And then there's been multiple like college athletes that unfortunately did pass away from a cardiac arrest.
Is Bronny James done though? So is he not?
No, we don't know. Like DeMar Hamlin, he had a cardiac arrest in middle of an NFL game. So that I found that like it kind of scared me, and I think that's the main reason why I had anxiety, just because. You know, when you search up your symptoms on Google, they just tell you
That's
dying.
the worst thing.
You dying.
You search up a little bump, you like, it says you have something else. Like, I got bit by a mosquito.
Yeah, bro. That's the main reason why I went. But I'm catching back track on my 75 hard. I'm not going to start over. I'll be honest. If I'm 20 pounds down in 1 month, I'm doing something right.
Gotta start
Stay
over.
consistent. You on your program right now.
Start over.
You feel me? I should start over, but I'm not.
It's okay. You're doing great. You're looking slim. You're
Thank
looking
you.
slim. I'll say that
Thank
for
you.
sure. You're looking slim. All right, no, seriously though. Back to what we were talking about. I do want to talk about. So right, one thing about you, you've definitely been a person who's innovative in the landscape, right? For people who don't know, you definitely started out your roots, just being a hustler in general. Like, you know, before you were selling anything, you were selling something. You always were selling something. Ever since I know you, you sold something, and I bought it from you.
High school, middle school. I started in really elementary. I used to sell my Pokemon cards in elementary, and then from there, high school, I started selling other stuff. In high school, I started selling other stuff. I think that's just me being my mom and dad. They was heavy in a certain game, and me just seeing them kind of inspired me to always just want to make money. I've always been around that environment since I grew up. I always seen them making money, so I tried to do it in my own way. And and then later on, after I got out of prison, it was different because I had lost everything. So it was like a reset. Because I just remember, like, I'm getting out and everybody's like, it's kind of strange. Like, anybody that get out of prison, it's kind of like you starting like -0. I mean, like -2 or -4. You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking at everybody, they got their shit going. Like, my credit was fucked up. I had lost everything. And so for me, even though I always was a hustler, I think my purpose on why I was hustling was different. I was hustling to survive in the beginning. Then after that, I was hustling to build. It's two different hustles when I think about it. Like, the beginning was I came home to $1,000 of rent. My first month, I had an apartment because me and my mom, I had some money saved, and we always knew, like, because I moved out when I was 17 because my mom, she was like a young parent. So we knew, like, how she was moving and how I'm moving is night and day. So I had some money saved, and I'm like, once I knew I was coming out, came out to her apartment. She'll tell you, my wife.
I remember that. I remember that. You had like a studio, I feel like you had.
No, that was when I was in high school. I'm talking about when I was out of prison.
So he had a studio in high school. I want to say that
That's
too.
kind of crazy.
Yeah,
That's insane.
It was a little bit different.
Well, when I was 17, once again, like, I had to grow up. You know, looking back in life, a lot of times I realized I had to grow up a lot faster than others.
I mean, to have a studio in high school, it sounds like you was grown at 15.
Mm-hmm.
I know, you know, and it all transpired because, not to go too in depth, but I slept on the streets one time, and I had to go to school the next day. And I told myself, I'm like, I'm never gonna allow nobody to put me in that position again, where I have to count on somebody.
Yeah.
So from that day, I started saving bread, bro. And then when I was old enough to do who owned my mom's building, I asked him, I'm like, yo, I see you got a rent sign up there. You think I can He's like, man, you still in high school? I'm like, yeah, but I got money saved. He was like, well, if you could show me you got over 10,000 saved, I give it to you. And I showed him that.
Okay.
And he ended up giving me because I wasn't legally, I'm not able to get, but he knew my mom or whatever. So long story, so I don't want to go in debt, but yeah, I moved out at 17 and I was doing that. Then I went to prison at 20. But like when I got out of prison, my perspective was different. My hustle was still there, but it's just like why I was hustling and what I was standing on was different. My integrity was different. And so like, yeah, like I look at that. So just to kind of chime in what I was saying, like I realized like I used to get frustrated a lot of my peers about little shit. And I think when I look back, it's because everything was always serious with me. It's like Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Like when niggas talk about Kobe, they always talk about like he an asshole, but for the good reasons, because he wants to win. That's kind of like how I look at my life. Like I'm kind of like when I get around my home, even you, like I go trying back to the beginning of the story. Like I thank you for being like, bro, I'm gonna get it done between 6 and 10. Because at that moment, I looked at you as like, we serious. We about to get this shit done. And that's always been my mindset because at a young age, I felt like I never had a safety net. If it didn't get done, everything, I always felt like it was going to fold on me.
You put something in the beginning of one of your songs. It's a snippet of Kanye recording Donda.
Yeah.
No laughing. I love that clip because I feel the same way a lot of times. No laughing. We trying to get this done. Let's get it done. When we get it done,
now we can party. We can have fun.
You know what I'm saying?
So we got something to celebrate about.
Yeah.
We can't be celebrating losses, or we can't be celebrating. We got to. The whole thing is to set a goal, reach the goal, and then have fun.
Yeah. Can't celebrate mediocrity either.
That part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you do, that becomes your normal. So you always got to push yourself. And that's why to answer your question, I was forced at a young age to just do that. Just have to survive. Like, not saying my mom and dad wasn't really, it was just different, bro. Like my story is the closest thing to it is 50 Cent's story. 50 Cent mom in the streets selling dope, whoop. Like I'm that kid. I seen it all, but I had to get it myself.
How does that indirectly shape your outlook on your family now? Like you're definitely a family man. You got a wife and kid.
Man, this the number one thing that's simple. You see that's the number one thing is keeping it. Nobody wins when a family feud.
Yeah.
Shout out Jay-Z.
No, that's the core. I've been with Lika. Me and Lika been rocking since high school, but we've been official since I got out of prison.
Yeah.
And through my highs and lows, we like this. Because the thing about it is everybody celebrates you when you winning. Who gonna be there when you know what I'm saying, when you going through those peaks and valleys?
Fact.
And I've seen a lot of people forget about that. The thing about me is like when I went to prison, I'm gonna just say this. I don't want to go too in depth. But prison showed me that I always made money. Everybody know me for always hustling, making money, breaking bread with niggas, putting niggas like. But prison showed me when I wasn't an asset, and some niggas I didn't even talk to the whole time that I was building with for years.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I got back out, Urban Trademark started popping. It's like
they come back in.
Go. What you doing? Yep.
And that's love though, because one thing about prison, anybody that been locked up, everybody's life still goes. Yours just stops. But it's like this though too. When you really care about somebody, you figure it out.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you truly, like really feel like this is this and this and that, you're gonna try to figure out like, oh, I'm gonna send a books or this, or I'm gonna try to get or tell bro to call me when you talk to him. And that's when you don't really feel that until you hit rock bottom. Because when everything is good, it's good. Everybody gonna be laughing with you, celebrating with you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you at your lowest, that's when you get to see the real. And that's what God did for me. Because I always was winning. Before I was locked up, I always had bread. I always had my own spots. And I always was the facilitator. But when I got locked up, that was that defining moment when I got to see like, nah, it's real. is real because, you know, you just get to see things differently. And so it's no malice when I got out. I still had love for everybody, but I knew once again that if shit was to hit the fan, at the end of the day, I got to make sure that the core is straight.
Yes. Agreed.
Whoever that core is, you got to make sure that's straight. Because when you can't move for yourself, you're going to have to tap in on the core. When you get them phone calls, you got to collect calls from, we're going to see who put that bread on the books and who don't.
That's facts.
If you tap in with your core, 9 times out of 10, they're going to put some bread. They might not continue to put it, but they'll get you, they'll start you up.
There's the effort, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and people who don't know about that culture, I think that's important that they know that is important to people who are locked, right? Like, some people, I know a lot of people's like parents who like, you go to jail, I'm not seeing you, right? No matter what you did. Versus, I mean, you know, my mom said stuff like that before.
Sound like my mom too. Man.
But not knowing like,
But y'all,
you still
both
got,
of y'all mom, not to cut you off, they're going to be right there.
yeah.
Because it's
Yeah. But I think it's more so like from a
So you better
friend
not get your ass
perspective.
Just
Yeah.
don't do it.
Or from
Don't
from
get
a
in trouble.
from an everybody perspective, I think everybody should be aware of that and be like, you know what, like if somebody, you know what I mean, my friend go down, like I should just at least reach out. At least reach out. At the least. Yo, you good? Cool. Hold your head. I might not have nothing to give to you, but I can give you these words. You know what I mean? I can let you know I'm thinking about you. So I think that's important, man. I do want to talk about a little bit about that, right? So we talked about a sense of urgency earlier. I feel like when you did come home, you had such a sense of urgency, right? I was around you during those times where you would just be spitballing, throwing things at the wall, like, hey, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And some people are like, yeah, championing that. And some people are like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what do you feel like what was the idea and the sense of urgency at that point, and what made you push past the naysayers?
Because I had to come back. I was trying to bounce back. See, the thing about when I was locked up, what I realized is that some people, like, people would come in and out while I'm still doing my bid. I'm like, bro, you just got out. Then I had to realize, like, it's like I had motion before I went in, so I know what motion looked like. And it was legit motion. You feel me? Like, I made legit money, and I was, you know, even though I was hustling on the side, I feel like I knew what motion looked like. You feel me? To oppose some niggas that was coming in and out, I feel like they never got to see a different level of certain things. So for me, my whole like motivation was just to come back harder. Like I was strategizing when I was locked up. Like I was cutting hair when I was locked up. I was strategizing things I could do because I kind of felt like I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get a job because I had felony, I had 2 strikes. So I got 2 strikes. I'm coming home with 2 strikes. So I like, once I knew that, I'm like, nah, bro, it's gonna be tough. So when I came home, I started cutting hair for like the first couple days. And then some just said, man, nah, bro, you gotta get out here and hustle. Like, you gotta get back in these streets. And that's when I bought the hats, start selling regular hats like that on the beach. And then police officer story, like I told y'all, then we customized them. But that was what's feeling me, though, to answer your question, is that I just knew, like, I knew I fell off. I knew everybody looked at me like, you know what is funny? It's a couple people, I'm not going to say their names, but they came over to my spot. The first couple days I was home, and I didn't have no furniture. I just had a bed and a red bin with a TV.
Okay.
And they was like, damn, Go, what you going to do now? That's what they said.
What you
It was
gonna do
4
now?
of them.
Yeah,
I ain't going to
yeah.
say no names.
Yeah.
But it remind me like, damn, homie, in high school, you was the man, homie.
Type
What
shit.
the fuck happened to you? Yeah. We are just playing Get Rich or Die Trying before this, actually, too. But yeah.
That's how they made me feel when they left.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, nah, bro, I got to really turn up the hustle even more. Like, and so I felt like from that day, that's what we did. And so that's what the sense of urgency was, my comeback. It was like Rocky. Like I had been knocked down, but I know my cloth. I know, like, I've been doing this a long time that I just know, like, I just had to, like, but I ain't gonna hold you, though. What God did for me, though, he unlocked a different side of, like, my, like, how I would think. my confidence. Even though my confidence always been there because I've been hustling, but as far as like when you don't like when your options is slim, it's kind of like I always tell everybody that do music when they first start doing music, they be like, bro, I'm scared to put music out. I'd be like, I tell everybody this. I'd be like, imagine you was in a plane, right? And the plane was about to crash, but you got a parachute, but you never parachuted before. What you gonna do? You gonna crash or you gonna jump out? I start jumping out shit.
Gotta jump out shit. That's
Yeah,
how we
you-
did this podcast.
Yeah, you gotta start.
Yeah.
Hey, shit.
I just start like this,
Yeah.
living life on the edge. Like this gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
My confidence was on 10. Like this gotta work. Cause if it don't, I'm still negative 2. But if it do, I'm positive 30.
Facts.
And that's what started happening. Positive 30s. Like started really, shout out to Tree. I always get Tree as credit. Started on Broadway and Fig, selling regular hats. Like I'm talking about what a stroll is,
Mm-hmm.
laundromats. On Fig with Tree. Like, bro, come on.
Yep.
Boom. Then we go on to Venice Beach, selling hats. Then the police hate it. All right, we got to make an adjustment. We got to make an audible. We doing customs. But when I did the customs, it was different because it was like something that, it was like, I always think when it comes to fashion, the crazy designers, 9 times out of 10 is the ones that's like have a lot of experience. Like they've been dressing for a long time. Because fashion just, everything comes full circle. It always repeats itself. It's just knowing what's next and then what could be tweaked for when it comes next.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I always say, like, when I look back, I always was a dresser. Anybody tell you in high school, I always had whips and I always was fly. So when I got into fashion, it was easy because it's like, this was just like the Matrix, bro. Like when I went inside of a fabric store, it was like, nah, this go on this brim, this go on this brim. And it was effortless. It was just about how much money I'm willing to spend for this fabric in the beginning. Then when we start turning up, I'm just spending bread. Like, nah, I ain't even tripping about how much I'm gonna make. I just want to make this.
Yep. I think that's important. I think your inspiration of Don C doing the $150.
That's a fact.
I think that's really inspirational, and I think like Urban Trademark was ahead of his time. I mean, is ahead of his time, right? Like a lot of the things that you did are happening still now to this day with other brands. I don't know if you ever heard of a brand called Fate. Fate does like an A-frame hat, and Chris Brown is wearing it all crazy right now. And Joe Budden wore it. It was a free. He had a hat that said "free" on it. And when I see that, his stylist is in tune too, because that's who goes to Picks to Pieces. But when I seen that, I was like, wow, like Urban Trademark was so ahead of his time because GOE already did this 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, Yams, shout out to Yams, ASAP Yams, but Yams told me that. I shout out to Damani. I'll never forget Damani. One day he came to my store and he was like, bro, I want you to meet some people. And I'm like, yeah. And you know me, see, I move, but I move accordingly. Like It gotta really make sense. I gotta see it out. And so he like, yeah, I want you to go to this tastemaker. And I bet. So he pull up, and the moment I walk into the tastemaker, I see Yams. And at the time, I didn't even know who, like I knew of what he looked like, but I didn't know how impactful he was after I did my research after I left that day. But just to be transparent and honest, when I walk in, the first thing he could walk up to me, he like, bro, I just want to let you know you're ahead of your time. And I did this, that. I'm like, what you mean? He like, nah, bro, like, just know you're ahead of your time. And I'm like looking at him, he's like, nah, you did this in this year. You did this and this ain't even hit yet. Like, this right here, like, and this is like a 15, 20-minute conversation. Damani on the side, he looking. I'm like, bro, I never met Yams.
yeah.
So for him to talk to me like this, I'm kind of weirded out because I'm like, I never met you. And then I got back in the whip, and it was like in the Matrix when Neo meets the Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, Damani started laughing. He was like, that was wild, huh? He like, you know who that is? I'm like, I know who, like, he be a Rocky in them because I knew who he looked like.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that's ASAP Yams. You know, he curated this, and he the reason why them is doing that. And he the vision. So he sees something in you. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, damn. I'm like, that's what's up. Like,
No, that was true. Like I said, Urban Trademark way ahead of his time. I feel like I mean, you know, when I hit you up to do this interview, I was asking you like, yo, what's up with the fashion? You're like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I'm chilling right now because I'm not fully there right now.
it's a fact.
But you can always get in that bag at any time. And I do want to give you your flowers and say that like, bro, you were ahead of your time. And right now, the hat wave, the revolution it's at an
going
all
crazy,
time
yeah.
high. You know what I'm saying? And the moment you decide to jump back in, it's gonna be like you never left. So I think if you continue to innovate and do the things you did, and also add the things that are already going on, man, like you should have. It's crazy because I don't want to get. We could do another episode about like the new era side of things, right? Like
Oh yeah,
that's a
I done
story.
dealt with that company.
You
I was about
understand
to
what I'm
ask
saying?
that. I'm
In
not
the
gonna lie, I was about to ask that.
That's a whole nother story. That's a long story, and I'd rather pull up on you in your environment where we can go deep and talk about that. But you brave the elements. You know what I'm saying? You consistently have found a way to reinvent yourself. You consistently found a way to revolutionize the game that was already there, that was already put down for everybody. I do want to ask you, with that being said, what are your thoughts on AI, right? Like, obviously, AI is not going to take over the human experience,
Shit.
but
You don't know that.
I do know that. I'm
don't
very
know that.
aware. But it enhances the human experience, right? So, like, this is a tool. Some people might be lazy and just utilize it for whatever, but right, the people who are actually like thinking about things and trying to innovate, they can use AI as a tool that will advance them. How are you using AI to advance your current endeavors, right? Whether it be fashion, music, or even your social media efforts.
I definitely use Caption.
Okay.
If you don't know, that's an app. I'm gonna try to give you as much jewels as possible. I use Caption. After me and my wife, we do a live Monday through Thursday. It's called United Through Music. And yeah, the moment I'm done with that,
What y'all talking about on there?
music it's music orientated, but you know, every now and then we don't. The thing about me, I don't like to do the messy thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like give somebody that they can like take and use.
You
As
gotta
much as I
hate on
can.
somebody sometimes.
Every now and then for the clicks, son. That's how you do it. I heard that's how you do it, but we ain't really got to that point yet, and I hope we don't. But you know, we just try to just come with things that we see value, that we've been experienced, that we can share. And so Caption is definitely an app that we use that. And so this go back to like how I'm gonna give y'all a real gem. So some people gonna use Caption, and it's a feature on there where you could type in, so like your channel, for example, right? I don't know if you guys use Caption, but
Do you use Caption?
No, we do not.
okay.
Okay.
So your channel, it's a feature on there where you could literally, after you're done with the clip that y'all put out, you could put it in there. You could put your YouTube link, and it's gonna give you 5 best clips
Oh, I know what you're talking
from
about.
that video, right?
No, we used a different one.
It's called.
It was called Opus Clip.
Opus
Very
Clip.
similar.
Yes, very similar.
but it's okay, but it's AI though.
Yes.
So I'm
100%.
using that for that. But how I'm doing it is sometimes they don't give you the best clips, right?
That's facts.
My wife got my other phone. What I do is I put the YouTube on both phones.
Okay.
So now I got 10 versions to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean?
That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
now I'm maximizing the tool.
Yep.
It's how you use the AI. It's
That's
like
facts.
anything. It's like how you see it, your perspective. Like instead of getting 5 clips and waiting, because you know that's a process. You got to download it. I'm getting 10 at a time because I got 2 phones.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So with all these things, it's kind of like how you use it. It's no different. That's why I love music, because music is so many components, but what make you unique is how you use the component. So when you talk about AI is music. It's just a more like, it's a help me version of music where it's like, it's more assisting you, but it's how you use the assistance. Auto-tune is AI.
I mean, but on the broader spectrum of things, right? Is that scary? The fact that they can literally just make Drake's voice, put it to a beat.
That part, but that's inevitable though, because
Okay.
we got the powers that be. They advancing. Those type of things is like, okay, when you really biblical, you understand a lot of this stuff is written. When you really in tune, I'm really in tune. I don't want to go that deep on here, but I'm really in tune. So some of this stuff is already written. It's just about in between that time, survival. We all got to survive. So if you anti-AI, like a lot of the times, like my daughter, I can't really do that because I need to teach her what she needs to survive. AI is her future.
Yeah, that's fair.
So if I'm like, nah, I don't really rock with AI, I'm cutting off my daughter's future. Because if I don't teach her, somebody else gonna teach her.
Or it's gonna teach us.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's like-
I'd rather have the upskill, the upper hand and be like 7. And she know how to work captions, she know how to work the apps because she see us doing it.
Mhm.
So when you talk about technology, AI, bro, the Jetsons, that's what that was about, bro. I'm an Airward. I'm trying to figure this out. Not saying I like it or don't like it, but this already written.
You gotta utilize it somewhere or another.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
Yeah, it's already written. So I'm just trying to like make sure that my core, the people I rock with, which is y'all, because I just gave y'all 2-phone gym. Let's maximize it.
Got 2 phones.
You-
Yeah.
Twofold.
No, definitely.
Twofold,
I mean, no lie. Like I really think AI has definitely helped us. I'm not gonna give out our AI gems. I'm not. Y'all gotta find them on your own. But we definitely use a few AI gems to help us get our podcast done really fast, our clips out really fast, and at a high quality. I even used AI for my notes. So the notes that I sent you, that's an AI program that you
See?
can go in there and make notes really fast.
And when I was reading them, I was like, whoever did this, it's efficient.
I put my
bionic
ideas in
arm.
there. That shit said.
That's that bionic arm.
Got to use the bionic arm. You know what I mean?
But the thing about it, this though, is what AI is like, people don't understand is like, it's a skill set amongst that because you have to still
Facts.
type in to get what
Facts.
you need
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of it.
There's so many ways to use AI, bro. It's so crazy. People are making millions of dollars off this stuff.
It's another app. We're going to talk about music in a second, but I want to mention to you, it's a writing app.
Okay.
And it's Lupe Fiasco's app. It's like, I don't want to shout it out over here. It's LL something. But it has so many ideas in the app. And if you are a legit MC, you can go in there and write your idea and it'll assist you on making your rap. So I would typically usually write a verse, give it like 30, 45 minutes. This, 17 minutes.
Yeah, efficiency.
So 17 minutes, I could literally write 7 verses back to back and then pick what's the best one.
Efficiency.
So I like this app. Definitely something I'm going to show you guys because it's cool. Like it makes you think outside the box. And I mean, if you suck, it ain't going to work for you. I ain't going to lie.
You still got to build a skill set around everything. Like,
Yeah.
Suck is relative to like what the amount of effort that you put in and stuff and build the skill set.
1,000%.
Anybody could be good at anything if they put enough time. Some people have certain gifts that they have automatically advantages of, but anybody could be good at anything if you put the time and effort. And that go back to like, I like how you use the AI because like you've been doing this, but now you just leveraging it.
Mm-hmm.
Efficiency.
Can't get left behind.
Shit.
A
It's
lot
like
of
it's
people
like-
is though.
It's like people back in the day are refusing to use the internet, and look where we're at now.
What was this talking about? Dude, I was working on my truck one day and dude put up on randomly like, bro, I've been wanting to run into you for the longest. I'm like he older dude. He's like, yeah, man, this is ingenuity. Like the way you did that camper top and how you did that, like I could tell like you think outside the box. And I'm like, thank you. He's like, you know what? I want to share a story with you. He was like, I'm a mechanic for BMW. And a lot of my homies, when the computer came out, they was kind of like shunning me because they didn't want to learn it. But I knew all these cars eventually was going to have chips in the car. So I learned the computer, right? He said, now I'm going to tell you what's crazy about it. All them people that didn't want to learn the computer, they don't even know how to work their phones. They asking their grandsons and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, the moral why I want to tell you that story is when you like this, you don't listen to nobody when you doing stuff like this. You rock on your own drum. And he was like, that's what's going to always set the tone for you and set you apart. And so that stuck with me because I remember when the internet first came out, that was something that I was always into. whether somebody say I need to be into it or not, I just always want to be current or ahead. Really ahead. I like to be ahead, honestly. So yeah, that's just one of those things where it's like you won't want to be who want to be a dinosaur, bro?
That
Fact.
part.
Don't get left behind. Just like
I feel like
she
a dinosaur
said.
every time the younger generation guys though do be like saying stuff, and I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? But I just try and get hip to it because it's important. Like you said, like I don't want to be a dinosaur in that space. And honestly, like nothing's new under the sun. It's just been flipped, like you said, in a different way. So definitely something interesting to think about. And man, you keep doing what you're doing, bro, because what you're doing is definitely like revolutionary, and it's needed in the game, right? Like people need to see innovation other than just trying to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, right? Like reinventing that same thing.
Well, that's kind of why I kind of geared more to music right now, because fashion is one of those things I got to be in it.
Yeah.
When I'm in it, you gonna know I'm in it. And when I know I'm not in it, I like to be transparent with myself. Like when you ask me, even, you brought up somebody else who come in the store and shop with y'all. For the last year and a half, he be like, bro, you ain't make nothing new?
Mm-hmm.
I be telling him like, nah, bro, I'm kind of like, my headspace is not there. Because I'm a firm believer, like as a creative, you got to be in that space.
Yeah.
Say that.
You got to be in that space. Whether you're doing videography, you're doing anything creative, it's a certain space that when you've been doing something X amount of time, you know when you're in that space.
What space you got to be in? Let's start there.
All spaces.
What space?
YouTube,
what
videography,
space?
photography.
What space?
Editing.
To be creative?
Yeah.
Okay. At a high clip?
Yeah, at a very high clip, sir.
Okay.
I've been there and done that.
Okay.
Sir.
Are you producing at a high clip?
Currently, yes.
All right. That's all I like to
What
hear.
about you, sir?
Of course.
Yeah.
Me, I am consistently at a high clip, sir.
Where?
It's everywhere.
Where?
Everywhere.
Where?
What are we doing right now?
I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing?
We're doing something fun. And we're at a high clip because
You're doing a great
my
job,
efforts.
sir.
You are also. Has anybody told you that today?
No one has told me that
Okay,
today.
great, because I'm not going to tell you.
Exactly.
Anyway, and I wanted to ask you a couple things. So, what do you prefer? Venice Beach, Beverly Hills, Melrose, Sherman Way, or Hollywood Boulevard?
Depending on the climate, depending on the situation of that day. I've been at all of those for sure, those locations, but it just depends. Like one thing about LA is that you got to understand the dynamics of this city. You know what I'm saying? And things change periodically. So depending on the change, when you in business, you want to surround yourself around where you can where you could translate sales, where people can look at something, they can like it, and they can afford it. And so I've been to Fig, I've been to Broadway, and I've been on the other side of the freeway. And so with that being said, depending on the climate of the time we in, I just navigate. And when I used to take my truck out, sometimes I used to depend on the weather. Like if it's real sunny, I go to the beach.
Okay.
If it's kind of cloudy, I might go to Melrose because people still might shop on Melrose on that day. Or if it's like, sometimes when I used to come to Sherman Way, it was the summer. In the summer, everybody always goes on that strip. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. I understand this city, so I understand like this day it might pop on this day, and every day gonna give you something different. Like Monday through Thursday, Venice Beach is kind of dry. You know what I'm saying? So I might want to pull up to like a certain area where Fairfax, where Supreme is having a drop. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends, and you have to just move accordingly of that situation. There's no one particular one that I like the most. It just depends on how I'm feeling and how I'm trying to execute.
Okay. So you choosing all of them based off how you're trying to execute.
That's a fact.
All right, nigga.
I'm audible. I'm throwing audible at all times.
Shit's
I like that. Everything.
Shit's crazy. I've been here for like 2 years, and I've only been to like 2 of those places.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, no, you definitely got to
just moved out
experience it.
I moved here, 2 years ago already.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How you like it?
It's cool. I'm not a big LA fan, to be honest. I'm from the IE. I don't know if you know what the IE is.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like being in the inner city.
The
I'm
mix.
I'm just outskirts type of guy. Y'all call it the desert, probably.
I just mobbed down Sunset Like I stay off Sunset, so I just took a walk last night, a long walk down Sunset. It was eventful, none the least. I would say. I went down Sunset and I noticed just a ton of dive bars with rock playing, not a black person in sight. It was. I definitely felt unwelcome.
The climate is different right now.
The climate.
That's what I'm saying. Depending on the climate. So imagine you seeing that, and now you're like, bro, I might have to navigate over here tomorrow.
You feel me? So that's where I was at with it. I definitely did not feel comfortable walking deep down my block. I went to the Supreme store. It was closed. It was late night. It was like 11:30. I was just going for a late night stroll. But it was nice. It was quiet. Seen a couple fiends here and there. But it was definitely nice. But I didn't see our kind in any of the dive bars dancing to any of the rock music that was going on. I felt out of place. But
Venice Beach is where it's at. That's all I'm saying.
Venice Beach is nice. I like the beach. If
I don't know about nice, but
if I can afford to live by the beach, I would definitely do that.
The beach is cool because what I love about the beach is that it's a pool of everything.
every walk of life.
Every walk of life. And people don't understand what I learned about that the beginning of the hustle with the Venice Beach grind was tourists is important for this city, man.
100%. Tourists are important for what we do here too.
Tourists is what makes LA, to be honest.
And I think we're in a time, I don't want to go too in depth with retail and business and stuff, but I see a lot. Tourism is like, that's what's missing right now, the essence of the city. And I never forget, shout out to my brother Zach Randolph. One time I pulled up and he was like, bro, I be seeing you been in the field lately. And he was like, but like, tell me, keep it real with me, man. Like, everything going on, it's messing the money up. I was like, yeah, it is, though, because the tourists don't feel comfortable. And when tourists don't feel comfortable, the money not flowing.
1,000%.
You know?
I mean, the money will still flow, but just at a different rate, right? Like, people are still going to Hawaii at an alarming rate, though things are in absolute chaos. You know what I mean?
But look, imagine it's stigma now. I talked to tourists since I've been in the truck, and they was like, yeah, man, such and such said we got to come over in this area because they said Venice Beach is just too bad now. 3rd Street is too bad now. And these are people that's on Sherman Way. I caught them on Sherman Way. They tourists, they traveling, but they over there now because they feel like this area over here, which Venice Beach used to be the spot where tourists 9 times out of 10 would come first.
Shout out Sponto.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? So when you got tourists telling me that this, one thing about being in the streets, I'm really in the streets, so I get the real feedback. When I like to talk to people to see how they feel about the city. I ask questions, certain questions I just ask. Yeah, when they said that, I'm like, damn, like, so that's the lingo in your country that this not, or your city, that these areas, not, if you do go to LA,
don't go
watch
there.
Watch out over there. And that's bad. That's Melrose had that too.
Yeah.
Like, I've talked to people, they be like, man, nah, it's too much going on in Melrose. I want to go shop, but I don't feel comfortable when I leave out the store.
Yeah. One of my frequent Sunset Bossa Nova, I eat there once a week. People getting robbed for rollies, mistaken rollies. And it's not fun because I might just be going there in my pajamas trying to get a quick meal. Somebody shooting.
And they fucking
I'm
up
not
the money.
expecting that. Yeah.
And it's fucking up everybody hustle at the end of the day. Like, I'm bringing this up because if you a real hustler, like, real hustlers know what fuck up the money. And not being, and not, when money's in the room, comfortability is a priority with
100%.
real money.
Have you heard about what's been happening at the malls? Just recently, our Nordstrom's.
Well, when you kind of put me on game, I didn't think that was, but when you told me that, I was like, okay, but I feel like all that, man, is like, we just living in a different time. And I feel like, everything shall pass, God willing, but you got to move accordingly. I always tell people this, like, why Tom Brady one of the best quarterbacks? It's because he could see what the defense is about to do, and he audibles.
Yep.
He doesn't get hit as much. That's what made him the best. That's what gave him the longevity because he can align his line to know like he gonna call an audible and this is about to happen. So I feel like right now your audible got to be very, very on point with all of it
Mm-hmm.
because shit is different. I'm not the type of guy to see that the wall is red and act like it ain't red. Once I know the wall is red, I'm telling all my niggas, bro, this shit lit right now. Like it's red right now. Like we need to all move accordingly. And that's kind of like how I feel like the times we in. But most importantly, like I'm not saying money ain't being spent. It's always gonna be spent, but we got to get back to like people feeling comfortable while they spending their money.
1,000%.
That's just keeping it honest. Because at this point, only people that's losing is us, brown and black. Just being transparent.
Yep, that's a fact.
We the only ones that's losing.
That's a bar.
Yeah, I mean. That was deep. So I want
I'm
to
gonna
pivot.
go deep because I've been doing this a long time. See,
Yeah.
I've been doing this a long time. When I mean a long time, I've been hustling for over 20 years, and I've been blessed with my wife to build a brand that we've been doing for 13 years. I done seen it.
Yeah,
I done seen the peaks and valleys. This right here is different, bro.
I mean,
different. We.
Let's talk about it real quick. So you got guys like Kid Ink, Miley Cyrus, T.I., The Game, Zach Randolph, Mike Will made it, Curry, A$AP Rocky. It's a longer list. I know you got names. Sway Lee,
C Breezy.
C Breezy, notable. I mean, and then just not to mention that, just the streets too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to have like a celebrity wearing your stuff, but just for the streets to genuinely love you, right? That's a completely different thing. One thing we try to do here is we see a ton of celebrities all day, but we treat everybody like that, right? Because the streets,
How you win.
you know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about when it comes to people running in here or not running in here, because they know we show love to the streets too. And when the streets show love to us, we're going to show it back. Same thing. Trapper coming here, regular person coming here, you can have $5 in your pocket. I'm going to give you the same energy that I give anybody because I know that I either may need you someday, you may need me someday. You're a part of this community. I'm going to continue to see you. Let's have love, you know what I mean, when we see each other. So you could take care of me just how I'm going to take care of you. So definitely something I feel like is important that I enjoy when I see your name get put up in the lights, right? And I see A$AP Rocky with the bandana around his neck that I got too. I'm like, oh, I got that one too. That's hard. You know what I mean? I was gonna wear one of my bandanas today, but I was in a rush this morning. But I will in the future wear one because and honestly, I need some more hats because I got a lot of the old stuff. I don't really wear snapbacks no more. I want to get some of the new stuff. I like the truckers that you're doing, stuff like that. Whenever you get back to it, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but right now, my focus is music.
So let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about music real quick. Let's talk about what you got going right now. What music are you feeling? And then, or what music are you making? We could just talk about your music if you like.
So basically right now I'm trying to cultivate a media company / we've been doing it a while. United Through Music is definitely the community that we've been building for a while, but right now that's like been the focus the last year and a half, 2 years, is to kind of like brand that, like we branded Urban Trademark, where people see it got credibility. And so that's really the core with that. My wife just dropped a song called Zaddy about a month ago, so we've been pushing that. I did an EP with my brother Mike West, who's my engineer. So that's like in the tuck that we just basically, we got one song that I kind of sent them, and we just gonna finish that up. And yeah, man. I mean, the music for me is one of those things that I feel like it's a challenge still.
Okay.
You know, I'm big on like, we live life once, so we gotta leave our stamps with an S. I feel like with fashion, you could bring my name up and it could be a story be told. With music, I'm kind of there, but I ain't all the way there.
Okay.
Just being honest.
Okay.
I produced a lot, but I feel like I'm now like in the last 2 years, get in my groove as far as like my credibility and my notoriety. It takes time. Everything takes time. You feel me? And so that's why when people ask me what fashion, I know if I go into fashion and I'm doing the music like I was in the beginning, that I won't be able to kind of get through that threshold as fast as I can if I just focus on music right now.
Yeah.
It's not that I know, like, I see the voice right now in fashion. I know exactly if I was to come back what I'd be on. I tell Lika that all the time. Like, this right here, pop. But I know it's energy that got to be put in that.
Yeah.
To make movement and have motion takes energy. That's simple. I don't have enough energy, like, to be doing the fashion right now when I know the music, like, when you really in tune, like, go on your Instagram right now and scroll and not hear a song.
Yeah. Easily. You're right.
You feel me? So my thing is, when you see certain people buying catalogs, you already know what the future gonna look like.
True. I want to talk about something similar to that, which is well, it's not similar to that. It's more so a trait of your personality that I noticed that we talk about on here a lot of times, right? Like when to tell somebody something ain't it, right? Like when you got to say, "Hey, come out of there." You know what I'm saying? Like somebody you get in the studio with somebody, they working, they making something. That's probably not the one. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's a lack of that in the game. Period. Right? Like a lot of times I will go and do some lyrical miracle stuff in the studio, and nobody would say that was hard, but where are we gonna play this at? That was hard, but what's the audience that we're trying to go for? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's missing when you got somebody who's very passionate about something and they want to do something, but nobody's saying that's not the one. Let's do this. You
Okay,
you
like,
do that. You do that. Not maybe not that fashion. You're a nicer guy than that, but
well, I've grown to be more shrewd though.
okay.
I have to be.
Yeah,
See, in the
definitely.
beginning, I was nice because y'all my homies.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to like in the beginning, you're right. That was one thing that I had to learn, like, is that like when you really want the best results, you gotta be shrewd. Because nice,
You heard what he said?
I'm
When you want
listening.
the best results, you got to be shrewd. I'll be shrewd towards him about this podcast shit.
yeah.
He don't like it.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. You know why we all love Kanye? Well, not all of us, but why a lot of people love Kanye, whether he say something that they don't like or do like, it's his confidence. I tell people that all the time. That's confidence. You
Don't
feel
stay
me?
on it.
Nah, that's confidence though. But imagine doing that daily with everything.
He does.
With
Oh,
it-
he does.
And I'm pretty sure that's your backbone of like how you win though. Because at the end of the day, when you talk about music, you talk about fashion, we talk about aesthetic. And aesthetic, it comes with experience. See, I listen to people who have experience. That's when it's time to listen.
Mhm.
Because you can have a lot of confidence, but you don't have no experience behind the confidence. So you wild with it. But when you got confidence and experience, now you more so dialed in, and now I can know that what you're saying has some type of valid because you've done something in the past where you altered this and now you see it like this.
True.
That's why when you look at Shark Tank, the number one question they ask you is how long you been doing it. You know why them investors ask you that? Because they just want to know how much experience you have in the field that you're in
Hmm.
before they give you this bread. So for me, I've always been big on being transparent with myself. First, you got to be honest with yourself first before you can even listen to another person's opinion. Once you get that conquered, it's easy, like, because when I do music, I'm in it for this.
Yeah.
That's
Vibing
all
with
I
that
care
shit.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. It's not nothing more than that. So if you play me something and I'm not doing that, I feel like I'm not valid if I don't tell you that.
100%. 100%.
Because if I'm not doing this, and it could be somebody else doing that, but if I'm not doing it, I'm going to still give you my valid opinion. And I feel like one thing about the music, though, is now people are starting to see my opinion does hold some type of weight. Because I've heard from certain people that you brung up names, he like, bro, you got an ear.
Yep. I mean, just projects that I've done with you. Like, it's certain stuff that I've done with you that to this day, I'm like, dang, that was that. We was right there. We was leaving Earth on that one. You know what I'm saying? So like,
But it takes time though, see, because
1000%.
I'm gonna say this though. This is the transparency. I can see how I look like this. Who this nigga to be saying this ain't hot? He only been doing music this amount of time. But this go back to the secret. This is what I think about life though. It's like I always look at us as X-Men, right? We all X-Men. We all got superpowers. You know what my superpower is? My vision and my ear. To be able to see it and to be able to hear it. Those are my two superpowers. And so now I have the experience to have validation from those superpowers. There's one thing that kind of I knew, but now people are starting to see like, man, Go got it. Like when he pick his beats, he always be in tune.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I was just yelling. You could be yelling, but nobody ready to hear you. Now I ain't gotta yell. I just let the work speak for itself. And that come with experience. When you don't got the experience, all it is gonna seem like it's yelling. Who is this name? I'm in the studio. I'm like, bro, that's cool. And it's been other artists before that, working with other artists. Like, but then fast forward, different now. Now niggas is like, nah, bro, I see what you mean, or this and that. And so the blessing is to tie everything around, to tie everything in, is just keep going.
Definitely.
Just keep going, man. When people can't see it, you gotta make them see it. That's what Yams taught me. Bro, I be weirded out about that. That's why I bring up his name so much. Cause like, I could see it. You know what's crazy? Or I'm gonna tell you about a cheat code with visionary. For people that can see. I seen that in you, see? When
Appreciate
we first
that.
started music, I reached out to you.
True. And then did laps.
You feel me? I reached out to you.
Then did
Like,
laps. Yeah.
I knew, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
my thing is like, but at that particular time, I didn't really understand what my vision, like I didn't understand that how powerful my power was. Cause the same thing Yams did for me, I do it with people.
Yeah.
It was like a dude the other about like a couple months ago, I found on the ground and I reached out to him and I just tried to give him some inspiration. I'm like, bro, you rap hard. Like you just gotta do X, Y, and Z. And you really like that. Because I could see it.
What happens when people aren't receptive to you got to do X, Y, and Z, and I can see it?
Then you looked at as like a whole, you just, it's how niggas probably looked at Kobe. Like this nigga doing too much. Nigga want to come to practice and 4 hours early.
Elbowing people.
Elbow, he want too much. And so you got to find that middle ground for the people who want it. Because too much is always too much for somebody who really don't want it.
1,000%. That was a gem
If you
right
really
there.
want it, too much is nothing.
Too much is
Because
absolutely nothing.
it comes with the game. That's how you set yourself apart, is doing too much. Like, you look at this store, right? So this store, when I first thing I walk in the store, I always look at aesthetic. I look at the aesthetic. I'm like, the aesthetic's cool. It pop, right? Pop mean it draws you.
Mm-hmm.
The colors. It pop, right? But some people might walk in here and not understand this is too much, but the too much is the reason why people might want to buy and spend money with you.
Mm-hmm.
Some people could have did a store like this and it just was bland. But people spend money when things are like, when it's just overload.
Yeah.
That was like the cheat code with the Go band. When you pulled up, I always made sure I had 60 style.
Yeah.
Because I want
Gotta
you to
buy one.
I want you to pick up 3 or 4, and if you can afford all of them, you're going to buy them. But if you can't, I know you're going to leave them 1 or 2.
Facts.
That's what this store gives me a vibe of. It's like, it's so much that I might have only saw this section, but I know if I come back in here, I might get to this section.
Yep.
It's aesthetic.
Definitely.
But you got to have, the thing about aesthetic, though, it's a thin line to do it pleasing. That's what Virgil was saying in a sense of like simplicity. It's like you want aesthetic, but it gotta have that special, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's like a Kith or like a Stussy. Like that level of it has been mastered. They've mastered that. We're still trying to get there. But we will. But they've mastered that, and that's what we're trying to get. And I agree. I think that is definitely a part of that. Do you have anything you want to ask? Go.
I wanted to get into the two differences of your art, of your music, and your fashion
Okay.
on what separates the creative process. So, like, what have you learned from making music? What's your creative process to making music that differences to making fashion?
Music comes more variables. It's like more pieces. Like with fashion, it's really like with fashion is really simple for me. I ain't gonna hold you
It
because
should just came natural.
I'm just gonna fill the void. That's my like. I'm just gonna see what's out there and see what I can come in and create my lane and conquer that lane. That's how I do fashion. I just try to fill voids. Yeah, I might drop a piece in there for the people for the aesthetic, but when I'm come back in the game, I'm gonna try to like conquer a lane to the point where now once I conquer this lane, everybody watching the lane, then they gonna hop in the lane. That's what I do. That's how that's how I approach the game. With music, it's more so like I'm at the point where like I'm just trying to showcase. So it's an essence when it comes to music. Like when you think of like the 90s and the 80s and then kind of the early 2000s, the producer had a lot of value. The Pharrells, the Dr.
Dr.
Dre,
Dre. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
DJ
Like,
Quick. Everybody.
Shit, to this day too, if you really think about it.
but what young?
Metro hold a lot of weight.
Okay, but it
Yeah.
ain't too many.
It ain't too many metros like that.
It ain't too many that we look at. That's like we giving them like Metro is curating for these artists that we could say that's you know what I'm saying. Back
Yeah, I get
then
what
it
you're
was
saying.
like 10 or 15. Now it's just you just said Metro. Give me another one.
That's the only one probably.
DJ
You know what I'm
Khaled.
saying? Khaled for sure.
Khaled,
Yay, for sure. Anybody get in the studio with Yay, it's going down.
But Ye is still back in that time.
True. True.
Khaled
talking
is
about,
still
like,
back in
modern
that time.
day.
Like
that-
modern
yeah.
day.
The producer's not valued.
Mike Will.
That's still to me still that era.
That's still that era?
To me.
Okay.
Like, he's like right after that, but that's
Yeah.
still like I'm talking about right now at this very moment. Because
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say
It's
that
not many.
because we don't we look at music now as more individual, but we gotta realize like music is like throwing paint on the wall, right? And we just got different perspectives of what we see, and we just trying to make a dope masterpiece. That's how I look at it, right? So the thing about music wise, like I love doing music is because it's like I'm trying to like showcase that this is the value working together.
Mhm.
Seeing the piece together, like how we did this logo.
Mhm.
You really put the intricate. I just said I'll never forget, bro. It was these are aesthetics that I came with. I said we got to make the hat red, and we got to tweak some in the shoes in the bucket. And it was this color palettes though.
Mhm.
And the reason why is because I knew this. Color palette when it comes to fashion is important. It's a reason why fast food restaurants use red and yellow. Think about In-N-Out.
Mhm.
Think about McDonald's. Think
Mhm.
about Carl's Jr. Colors draw attention
Mhm.
when you understand how to put
Evoke
it together.
emotion, all those things.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So it's
Mhm.
the same thing with music. A beat drop, a certain reverb. It's those type of nuances that I understand that if I could translate to another artist, like, bro, look, you rapping. Like, it's funny, like, Kendrick Lamar, like, people don't understand, like, his production brings a lot. Like, Kendrick's that guy. Don't get me wrong. The
Mhm.
writing the pen is crazy. But the production, y'all go study Kendrick Lamar production. And that's because he knows that. He knows that. He knows that if he just came in there barring shit, rapping shit, whoop-de-whoop, it might not stick. But if he give y'all a little this, a little tweak on his verse with a CLA and a little reverb here and this and that, it's gonna keep you in tune.
Who is the better artist? Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole? That's been a conversation as of late. J. Cole's about to drop his last album. Is Kendrick Lamar better than J. Cole? Or is J. Cole better than Kendrick Lamar?
I'm gonna let him go first.
I think aesthetics, I'm gonna go with Kendrick right now for the simple fact his visuals.
Okay.
His visuals. That's his edge. His visuals.
I'll give you that.
His visuals.
And J. Cole kicked in basic visuals.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's J. Cole as a whole. Like
Dreads and
dreads, he doesn't want
Basketball
to dress up,
shorts.
basketball. He's so simple. It's so intriguing, if that makes sense.
that's not intriguing to me.
But he's a legendary artist.
No, he's
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah,
They're both
definitely.
legendary. But when you talk about a collective, I always look at playing 2K, right? You ask me who's better. I'm gonna look at stats. Every aspect of each stat. The one stat that this shows like dramatically different is that visual. Is Kendrick Lamar, when he comes with a visual, you know he's coming with something.
Okay.
With J. Cole, like you said, it's traditional, which is nothing wrong with traditional, but when you talk about being an artist, we're talking about those different check marks.
So when it's all said and done, you saying Kendrick is the guy over J. Cole.
Right now. Yes.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I'll agree.
No. Don't agree.
So-
Let's argue. What do you have?
See, the thing is with me, J. Cole is like my number one favorite rapper, but I can understand that none of J. Cole's albums can hold weight to a Good Kid, Mad City or even a Damn. Like Damn was such a beautiful album, top to bottom, and people don't understand. Like he's talking about elements of life in each and every different song, and it's and to that, it's like I can't fathom how amazing that album is compared to. I think J. Cole's a better rapper. I think Kendrick's a better artist.
He got a higher stats in that rim.
Yeah,
right? But in a whole collectively,
Kendrick.
you ask me collectively,
Mhm.
I'm going with Kendrick.
I'm going with Kendrick.
J. Cole, if it's a rap battle, I promise you J. Cole is
He
killing
got bars.
Kendrick.
He
I
gonna,
don't
he
know
gonna
if he's
come with it.
watching him.
He's
And
washed it
I
though.
don't know.
I don't know
Kendrick is
about
It's like-
wash, but it's gonna be like we both listening to both of these and they both going crazy. But J. Cole got an edge when it come to like putting the wordplay.
They battled.
We need Black Friday, man.
They battled on Black Friday. Kendrick kicked the best.
Oh, don't do that. Do
Have you heard
not
Black
do
Friday?
that.
I did.
Do not do that.
Bro, what? Kendrick rapped on J.
Don't
Cole
do
beat. J.
that.
Cole rapped on Kendrick beat. The only one we listen to is Kendrick.
No.
Yeah.
I for
Kendrick
sure
got
listen
that
to it. I for sure listen to
J.
Cole.
But J. Cole though, J. Cole when it comes to the pen, he nice.
Be
But
nice.
I'm gonna give you back to this though. I'm gonna chime in. I'm gonna give you the producer view of it. I always tell you the difference between Nas and Jay-Z. Production.
Not anymore.
Not
Not
no
anymore.
more though. 'Cause
Yeah.
for the longest, that stat was way higher.
Yeah. Nas
see
is
what I mean?
also one of those artists who kicked back up and cemented his legacy so much more different. I would put Nas over Hove. I know that's probably blasphemous to you.
Nah, because
That is
No,
kind of
no.
blasphemous.
He likes Jay-Z.
I like
I like Jay-Z too. I ain't want to say it like
I'm not a big Jay-Z guy, but
I love
that
Jay-Z.
comment was kind of crazy.
Jay-Z's the GOAT. But I'm talking about Nas, how he read up and came back. He made 5 new albums that can hold a candle to a lot of Jay-Z albums. I'll tell you that right now.
and he did it in what?
And he got a Grammy.
And he did it in the sense of what? Urgency.
2 years.
Urgency.
And he-
said
Yeah,
in
he
the
had a
beginning
sense
of
of
this
urgency.
podcast. You know why? Because when it's working, you double down. That's the number one cheat code in all this shit. When it works, you double down. Kanye, that's what he's great at. When it works, he doubles down.
Shit, he doubles down 10 years in the future.
10 years in the future. Yeah. He about to double down now. We about to get our Kanye. It's been some Kanye leaks.
We
coming
about to
out.
get a Kanye song with no words on it, and it's gonna be beautiful. Watch.
Last question I got for you, Go. If you were not doing music or fashion, what would Go be doing today if he was not doing music or fashion with the same insight that you have now? What would you be doing?
Helping.
Okay.
Sharing information. I like doing that. I've been doing that for a long time. It's just reciprocation. But I feel like that's one of my values too, of being a visionary and being ahead is sharing knowledge.
Okay.
And that's something that I feel like from the beginning of this story, I've experienced so much at a young age that it's just normal. Sometimes I feel like I share too much because it's natural. I just feel like I always could see how we can elevate or win or how things could be better. And so if I wouldn't be doing nothing else, it'd be probably just sharing information. That's why I love having a kid, having my daughter, because I get a chance to kind of give everything I have experience into her and my wife. And yeah, that's kind of like the nuance of like if I wouldn't, I know for sure I'd be doing that.
Okay.
Shit. What about you, sir? What would you be doing if you ain't doing music or managing the store?
I mean, art. That's. I mean, I'm obviously still doing that, but I probably actually like be painting and things like that, right? Like when I was in school, that was my love. I was like painting and drawing and going on trips, going to Washington D.C., going to different states, showcasing my art. That's something I always did want to do. I think I will do it. Like the end of the line for myself, I'll probably do a good gallery. You know what I mean? Do like over 100 something pieces and put it in the gallery and pay for it. But and I've been working on those pieces slightly as the years go on. But I'm doing my thing, man. I like just creating, period. So
Sucks.
I'm gonna create regardless how it goes. But I definitely want to get back to like the roots, the canvas, the paints, the oils, things like that. What about you, man? I'm gonna ask you too. If you were not filming, videographing, doing
Keep going. Keep going.
dance
Yeah.
moves and twerking and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
right.
be twerking on the gram,
Nah,
on TikTok.
That's cap. But
You be on TikTok doing dances.
shit, I mean, these last couple years, I've did different things. But one thing that stood out to me in my like 2 years, like right after high school, I was coaching. I was coaching basketball. I was a coach to freshmen and like assistant coach to varsity players. Like that was one thing. It's like going off what you said, sharing information.
Rewarding, bro.
Yeah, it feels so good, like implementing your ideas that are positive and watching it grow into someone else that's younger than you. To like say like, I didn't care at your age, like, but if you start this early, at 14, at 15, and you carry these positive habits throughout the years, you gonna get a scholarly. You can go somewhere. You can go pro, or if you're not even good enough, you're gonna carry these positive habits that carry into life in just general
These gonna be your fundamentals in life. With
in
everything.
life. So I was like implementing like, bro, just common communication,
Yeah.
just common like,
That's a lost art. Communication is a lost art.
oh, it is a common like, just be nice, like that notion of like going off what you guys. Kobe's my favorite player, but we all know homie was an asshole. Not everybody loved him, but we all know why he did it, for the love of winning.
You know what's crazy about that notion? Not to like, I know you going in depth on your, but I look at it like this: he was an asshole until everybody got it.
Nah, after everybody got it, he was still asshole.
He was still an asshole, bro.
still
He was
You
an
think so?
asshole until he
Yeah.
said Mamba out, bro.
We'll
He
just
was
have-
an asshole
yeah,
until
we'll
he
just
said
have
That was
Mamba
the day-
out.
that was
After
the-
that, everybody loved him.
And that's what I'm saying. That
Coming
was
to
the
the
day
game.
everybody got it. Because that's the day that you could look back at his legacy and see how much he got accomplished and why he was like how he was.
That's
That's
facts.
what made him. That's why his name is still has so much. His energy and essence has so much value to this day, is because.
It holds weight.
So that's why it's like it clicked to everybody. Like, because when you seen at his funeral, this is when you know how everybody spoke about. And I know it's kind of crazy, but everybody had a story of like, nah, like I know why Kobe was like this and that, because he really wanted to win.
He's batshit insane.
Jordan is the same
It
thing.
was the same way. See, that's the thing. That's what I was kind of teaching like my kids. Like, yeah, you can be a Kobe and Jordan and be like crazy, but then again, we have our LeBron James that everybody loved the guy. He was nice. He has the perfect story, bro. Right out of high school, wife and kids. He has no like public mess ups at all.
Not
And he was
yet.
just nice guy until he went to what the Heat. Now everybody hates him for what, trying to do his own thing. This is the thing. Like I try to tell that story to kids is just be nice, because I think you said communication a lost art. Being nice is a huge lost art.
Definitely. Would
It's
you
a
ever?
thin line, man.
It's a thin
Definitely,
line. I'll give you
definitely.
that.
I
Because
don't.
look at
I don't
Popovich.
care. Yeah, I don't care.
You think Popovich is nice?
There's definitely legends that are just flat out assholes just because they need a win.
Got to be dry with it, man.
You-
Got to
you
get
do.
straight to the point. That's me. I used to be sugarcoat. I'm straight to the point. I'm dry with it. You gonna be mad. Somebody gonna be mad. Somebody gonna be like, I get it.
Nice don't always get respected.
That's facts. I'll
Nice
agree.
never gets respected.
No, it for sure does.
Not even with the ladies.
But the thing is knowing when to turn that on and turn it off, or
That's a skill set. I believe
or
that.
or like a big thing that I believe I had a very special skill in was coaching one player one way and coaching another player another way.
Different styles for
Different
different
styles for,
Yeah.
for different
Yeah.
people. So
That's LeBron.
exactly,
That's
I would
LeBron.
say that. I would say probably like Phil Jackson was that way.
people.
I don't think Popovich was that way. It was him like, you either do this and you do it, or you getting up out
I
of
like
here.
what you know. What's crazy? I like your analogy because when you broke it down like that, you're right. It's many ways to skin a cat, but you still got to master that way. And so
Right.
when you bring up Phil and you bring up Popovich, those are two coaches that got to where they needed to get to in their own way, but just how they did it. And I study Phil Jackson, and I love how Phil, like when Rodman went out and did what he did, most coaches would have.
Just booed him, but he just like, he needed that.
But now you hit the word on the nail though. He what?
He needed that.
He needed that, right?
And he honed that shit in. He figured out how to use that.
He's like, he probably needed a break.
He needed that. But the value of what you're saying is with Phil is that Phil knew he needed it. That's the essence. Is when you really know your players. And I think that comes with experience. In the beginning, you just want to win. I feel like later Kobe, he probably started to understand that. But in the beginning, he just wanted to win.
He had that hunger, yeah.
And when you're young, that's how you feel. You want to win. And so that's why I tell everybody all the time why that word experience is so important. Because when you mix experience with skill set, that's when the magic comes. So you that was valid. Like what you said, I like that analogy because now I can see it that way. Like definitely Popovich and Phil, they both got what they need to get off. But Phil was honing in more on individuality on the players. Popovich is like, either you work with this system or you out of here.
It was like an orchestra. Like Phil Jackson, to me, he did an orchestra, and Popovich was like a producer. I don't know if that's something like you could put into words.
I really want to get to the fact that you told your players how to talk and do all these things, but you didn't tell them how to shoot nor dribble.
No, they for
You
sure did.
you guys were butt. You guys were terrible.
No,
out
I
there on the
definitely
court.
went undefeated my first
No,
year.
not at all.
Second year was
You
kinda
didn't even
iffy.
teach them how to shoot the ball.
The team you was coaching, did y'all like?
They were losing.
There was
He literally doesn't know anything.
They were losing.
He's
See,
just trying to gas
now
us.
it's
He
like,
also
now we
had,
gotta
uh,
make some adjustments
I
because
went-
now the information is
I
not
went
translated.
I went almost undefeated my first
Okay,
year.
then you
He also
lit
had
then.
on,
The information was
uh,
translating, but if the
SC
information ain't
trainers. His kids made fun of his SC trainers that he had on the Bo Jacksons.
Okay, and
They
the kids
didn't
gonna
like
make fun of
those.
those.
That's not true.
That's for sure.
I'm coming with some fly Bo Jacksons. They
Them,
don't like them.
them spoiled kids had Concords, Kobe's.
They was wondering, why does the coach not? I'm not listening to him. He
Some
don't got no
Bows.
Jordans.
Shit, it was a dark time.
You ain't got
in
no
those
Yeezy?
days.
You ain't
He ain't
got
got
no
no Yeezy.
Speaking of, you ain't got no Yeezy. We do a segment on here where we talk about new releases. We're gonna run them down real quick. I just got a couple, honestly. So they're both brown. This right here is the first look at Bravest Studio London Mule. Mocha Paisley. This shoe is coming out August 25th for $110.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pass on it.
Yeah,
You passing?
I'm cool.
Yeah, I don't really like the paisley, the suede on that particular style shoe,
Okay.
even though it's kind of like a croc
Yeah.
in a sense.
Do you have any
Birkin.
what are these called?
It's a Birkin.
Birkenstocks?
Nah, I don't have it.
You don't do
yet,
those?
But I know
Okay.
like this section of it is kind of like has that type of same style to it.
Yeah.
But I don't really like when it come to those type of shoes. When you put too much suede on anything, it automatically looks old to me.
Yeah.
It ages you. I'm not trying to be like.
Nah, I feel you.
I'm not trying to.
This is like your granddad's slipper.
Nah.
I'm not rocking these.
I'm not on that.
I'm
right
passing.
now.
Are they cool? I'll take it as a gift. I'll rock those.
They cost 110.
Nah, I'm not buying them.
Yeah, I'm passing on these.
I'm
Those
not
ain't
buying
good. These are another fire. This is a fire one. I feel like I've seen this shoe a lot, and now I'm really enjoying it. Air Jordan OG High Palomino. This comes out September 2nd for $180.
Shoe of the year.
You think this is shoe of the year?
No, I'm playing.
Now those fire though.
Top 3 Jordan 1 of the year.
Name the top 3 Jordan ones of the year, Chris.
I can't even name 2 more.
Yeah,
bro.
you can't because yeah.
The Lucky Greens and the washed black ones.
This is there. The gold trimming, I'm not with.
I hate that.
I hate that part of the shoe. Other than that, this looks like an amazing
Should have
shoe.
made it red.
Yeah. You put
Red
brown.
would have been perfect.
Red would have been killing. You could put the red laces in it too. But you put brown and black on a shoe,
Fire.
you got me. You got
the
me.
shoe hot.
The shoe's hot.
The silhouette is, I mean,
Ones
the
are
color,
undefeated.
the color palette, the one, and brown, like a mocha brown. You can't really. It go with a lot.
Ooh, the reverse swoosh.
Here we go.
Now we Travis.
You add a reverse swoosh
Now
on
we
this
Travis,
Travis all of a sudden.
Now we Travis.
Are there any shoes that you are digging these days? Something new, something that you might like. I rock red boots on here. I don't know if you've seen the big red boot. I wore that shoe. I got it sitting at home. But that was like a wave, right? Is there any shoe that's very unique that you're interested in, or even not so unique, just something that you like?
Honestly, right now it's kind of crazy because even though we're in a climate we're in, it's a lot of creativity out right now. It's
So
a lot,
much
it's so,
stuff.
It's so much stuff to kind of.
Yeah.
Kanye came out with the other day. He came out with a boot that it had a light. I seen it on y'all show. It had where you could it had a match, and I thought that was dope just because right now in the climate we in, there's so many people that's living off the grid.
Auto Cop. Those boots are fire.
Those boots is fire. Like
one of my favorite shoe this year.
Stuff like that go back to like filling the void. Like people don't understand. Like a lot of people right now are living off the grid or living like minimalism. So like when you got a shoe like that, not saying you're gonna use it, but if you have it to use and you in that environment all the time, that's a great shoe because you know that shoe's gonna be durable. You know the quality on it's gonna be real durable. So
functionality.
Functionality gonna be there.
Survival ass shoe.
Survivalist, buddy. Even
So-
if I never take them joints out to the woods, I got them. So zombie apocalypse, what do you think I'm gonna do? Put on my Kanye boots. They $300 though.
300 is still like that price that's like, but it's like too, when you separating yourself, you gotta have those type of, like when you understand this thing called retail too, it's a reason why you gotta have certain price points because like when you giving, I'm gonna just say this, like, for example, that boot. I'm not understanding, I'm not behind the scenes of how much it takes to make, but to understand that he's setting the tone.
Mhm.
When you set the tone, you have to have certain price points or people not going to take you serious. That's what that does. You know what I'm saying? It gives you wiggle room too to do other things, but you have to set the tone, especially when you're giving people quality. If you're not giving people quality, this conversation is different. But when you're giving people quality, you give yourself action to set the tone. You see what I'm saying? That's the
100%.
nuance. Often a lot of times, one thing I loved about selling in the streets is that I can always kind of like have those price points where they could rock with me and I could show love. But when you get retail stores and you get these like production and all this, you spending more bread, which means more bread has to be ROI, returned on.
Return on investment, 100%.
So like, that was my claim to fame was like, that's why I love staying in the streets because I really wanted people to rock with the brand and be able to afford it. But I did used to have those pieces that was a Louis Vuitton hat that was $500. It's in this price. And I seen the differences of how people looked at a Louis Vuitton hat for $500 and they copped it. And how people looked at a hat for $65 or $75 and they copped it. And the core of it is just make something hot that people like. But you got to understand too, when you putting money in, when you're investing in money, you have to have those price points where people take it serious.
Yeah.
You have to. You know what I'm saying? So
I took it serious. I like them boots. I'm copping those boots. If you're interested in those boots, I can get some boots for you too, just in case we gotta go through zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
I
want some of those. Yeah,
those are fire.
For sure. Shout out to Kanye, man. Those you in your bag right now with those.
That's a fire
and
pickup.
it's a small detail.
Small
it's not
detail.
even nothing crazy. But I think that's what, when you talk about nothing new under the sun, it's still a boot, but now it just comes with a small tweak.
Fire starter. Kanye's definitely a fire starter. I want to talk about sports real quick. You are a guy. Football season is coming back. Football season is back officially. I am Denver Broncos fan. Friend of the store, Denver Broncos fan. That is what I am doing. I am actually also a Vikings fan. You
always been a Vikings fan.
Yeah,
that was the core right
yeah,
there.
It's kind of crazy.
The reason it's not crazy.
It's
Vikings
pretty
are
crazy.
nice. Vikings are nice. You should watch something. It's called Quarterback. It's on Netflix. It got our quarterback on there. He's killing it. But I will touch back on back to sports, right? So you season ticket holder for the Chargers.
That's a fact.
Okay. So you pull into the games with the family, watching the Chargers play. What the Chargers doing this year?
They're gonna be all right. We trying to figure it out. Like, I'll be transparent. Like, we figuring it out. But every year we definitely, I feel like it's like we like the Clippers. Like, we right there, and we got people we supporting, but we ain't really did nothing to be like we that. You know what I'm saying? But we right there though. So this year might be that year. And it's kind of crazy because like I was a Raider fan before the Chargers moved.
Okay.
It's because I'm always a fan of the underdog.
Okay. That makes sense.
I've
That's
always
fire.
been a fan of like the underdog. So like I never forget me and my wife, we went to a before then I didn't have a team. I just used to watch football. But we went to a Raiders game. And what I love about the tailgate, we was tailgating. I love that the fact that they was losing, but they was partying like, nigga, like, fuck it. Like, we here. Like, I ain't tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was just embracing the moment, like, fuck it. Like, even though we lost, we still rocking with our team. Like, and you don't see a lot of that. Like, with the Lakers, like, when the Lakers is losing, everybody quiet. When
That's
they winning,
LA, man.
that's bandwagon. I don't really like the bandwagon.
that's
I
LA.
like to, like, so by default, for sure, since I'm a season ticket holder, I'm for sure a Chargers fan. But I'd still be like, don't get me wrong, like, Raiders for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Very nice. Okay, cool. I mean, you spoke on the Lakers real quick. I do want to talk about the Lakers' current roster. I know you are a Laker fan, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the current roster?
I haven't. I've been kind of.
So we got Anthony Davis, we got Wing and Gable, we got Rory Hachimura, we got Jackson Hayes, friend of the store. We got Jalen Hood. Who is Jalen Hood?
Also friend of the store.
Friend of the store? Oh, shit. Okay, my bad. Jalen
He's a
Hood.
rookie.
Got it. That makes perfect sense. We got LeBron James. We got Maxwell Lewis. We got Scottie Pippen Jr.
That's maybe. I think he's on the G League. I think he's on the two-way.
Okay, he's been on the two-way too for a second too. Torian Prince, which I'm excited about. Austin Reeves, which is killing USA right now.
I think Austin Reeves is like, that's the, if you talk about any player that's going to be vital for the team, it's going to be him, because this last year, Austin Reeves, if it wasn't LeBron, like, feeding off of his energy, we was feeding off of Austin Reeves.
Definitely.
He's very important for this season.
Definitely. He is a 500 boot fire starter. With that being said, we also got Cam Reddish. I don't know if you remember Cam Reddish's run as a high school player and
College.
Huge
college player.
Oh my goodness. Cam Reddish, nice. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do here, but I'm excited to see Cam
He be
Reddish.
in and out.
Yeah, he be in and out. D'Angelo Russell's back. Tristan Thompson's back with the Kardashians and all that.
And Tristan just,
Tristan's just that look. You know what I mean? Tristan also a friend of the store.
So, like, you know what was crazy about LeBron? It go back to, like, LeBron. One thing we can give LeBron credit to is, like, if he could put you in position, he gonna put you in position.
Yep.
That's what I love about LeBron. It's crazy. I remember being a LeBron fan when everybody used to. So what happened was, I was a LeBron fan in high school, right? I didn't really even rock with Kobe, like, be honest. I didn't start rocking with Kobe until I got out of jail and I started studying the greats, and I realized what it took to be great. That's what made me a Kobe fan, because he showed me that all this sacrifice and, like, dedication to the game is what separates you. So that's when I was like, so I just remember LeBron. I like LeBron in high school because LeBron was always that player that, like, I don't know,
he was
always
OP.
Huh?
He was OP. He was overpowered in high school. He had attributes through the roof.
Yeah, it was this, and I just remember playing NBA Live all the time. That was like my go-to, LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And so, long story short, I just feel like, yeah, like LeBron this year with this team, they still need one more piece.
I feel like this might be a LeBron MVP season. I feel like this might be, I'm going to say it right now.
That's kind of insane.
Lakers finals. This is going to be LeBron's final chip. He's going to do it this year.
Yeah, but they need one more piece, though.
I don't think so.
They're going to get it.
I don't think so.
They're going to get it.
This team is stacked.
They are stacked.
They don't need another star. We need another star, or just
I think if LeBron doesn't get hurt,
you
we'll
need
be fine.
you need another knockdown shooter. LeBron needs
as Gabe Vincent.
That's Gabe Vincent. Yeah, that's the last person I'm about to mention. Gabe Vincent. Knockdown shooter.
And D-Lo, if he come right.
Yeah, I don't know about him coming right.
If he come right.
Cam Reddish.
We have a lot of ifs. That's
Yeah.
the problem. We have a lot of ifs. Like if Anthony Davis can get his jumper back, like how he had it in the first 2 years with us,
We winning the chip.
we winning the chip. If Rui could hit like he was hitting in the playoffs,
We winning the
we
chip.
winning the chip.
We winning the chip. I'm saying right now, LeBron MVP, Lakers winning the chip.
I see the MVP.
Said it right now.
He need one more player that's like come off the bench that's gonna bring some flair when he on the bench.
That might be AR still. I don't think he's gonna start.
That might be AR.
Or Gabe Vincent. Nice. What he did for the Heat is kind of crazy.
He was killing.
But you know what I mean? It's like sometimes I like that veteran player that's like not too old but not too young, that can like when he's on the court that can control, because the playoffs is different than the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
When you get in the playoffs, it's all psychological. You feel me? And so that's why you need those players that's like could come in and when everything is getting too hype, when LeBron is off the court, that
Calm it down.
It's Austin.
That's Austin
that
for sure.
It's Austin.
Okay, but it's like you don't want to just. That's Austin for sure.
And Gabe.
Okay.
I don't know about the Gabe yet.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
Austin for sure.
I don't know about the
I don't know
Gabe.
about the Gabe yet.
I don't know about the Gabe
About the
yet.
Gabe
But
yet.
that's definitely Austin for sure, though.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to be in a good place. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I wanted to ask y'all about the new roster because it got announced.
You say
Um,
LeBron winning MVP?
LeBron MVP.
I say Anthony Davis going for MVP.
Nah.
He showed us what he going to do.
No,
we about-
no.
Hey.
I need to speak my piece on Anthony Davis.
Go
'Cause he's
ahead.
getting disrespected, okay?
Go ahead.
Anthony Davis-
You seen what happened in
Anthony
Anthony
Davis.
Davis' season?
Anthony
He showed us who he was.
Anthony Davis was the sole reason why we won that 2020 chip. Anthony Davis,
2020,
The
though.
bubble chip you talking
Anthony
about?
Davis was the sole reason why we even got it to play the Nuggets.
This year?
Yes,
Absolutely not. LeBron
Him
James is the
and
reason why we played the
D-Lo.
Nuggets.
Nah,
No,
LeBron Did you
LeBron's
see LeBron
round
James'
one- LeBron's
final
round-
run after that 27 games off?
LeBron's
beasting.
round one was iffy.
Of course, he's old.
Anthony Davis took out Rudy Gobert and Cat. He took out
And he was
the
non-existent for the
defensive-
season,
he-
though.
Then he took out Defensive Player of the Year. But yeah, sad fact, he had to go up to Jokic, who took out everybody in the league.
We
He's
wouldn't
the
even
MVP.
ran into them if we
Man,
did it
that's
better
what I'm
in the
saying.
season.
And
We
this
wouldn't
year
even
it's
ran
gonna
into
be
them.
that. You got to go against that again.
Nah,
That's why you
Jokic-
need that extra player.
Jokic ain't pick up a ball also.
Does
know that.
Jokic really have to pick up a ball?
Nah, players like that.
No
though,
way.
Players like that. Nah, they want another one.
Yeah. Jokic
Player-
don't care. He's stoic also.
Nah,
He's not going to pick up a ball and still give us 50.
I think Anthony Davis gonna come with something different. Man.
Hopefully. Please, Anthony Davis, come with something that's going to assist the team. I want to talk about one last thing. This is a debate going on, too. One last debate. Who is the greatest point guard of all time? Michael Jordan came out and said it was Magic Johnson.
Blasphemy.
I'm going to agree. Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time. Who do you think is the greatest point guard of all time?
If you look at accolades, Magic got 5. But if I was building a team right now, I'm taking Steph. Because Steph, when he's on the court, the way he stretches the floor is something that's the way when Steph is on the floor, it's something that's like when you could really understand the game, it's hard to defend. I feel like with Magic, I could come up with some things that kind of slow Magic down. But with Steph,
Oh, man.
Yes, you can.
You never seen the razzle dazzle little.
that's all cool. But like
That's
in this
cool.
era right now, nah, bro, Steph, because Steph, when he stretches the floor, he creates so much for everybody else because he's so far out. You feel me? And people don't really understand how vital that is. Like, he's making the players around him, like, it's just, when you really study the game, you understand, like, his value on the court is different than Magic's. Not taking nothing away from Magic. Magic is the GOAT. But if you build a team in this era right now, you was trying to compete, and you looking at both of them in their prime, you got to go with Steph because when he's on the court, he's drawing 2 or 3. And then not only that, when he shoots the ball, if he gets it back,
One of them going in.
one of them going in.
Steph Curry got that same pull. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy.
What about Dame or Kyrie?
Steph Curry had that same pull on how people were terrified of Kobe and Mike. He has that same
That
pull.
same.
Yeah.
Once Steph touched the ball, two or three
Get the
people.
ball out of his hands.
Yeah, 2-3 people flying. See, the thing is with Magic, I don't think he had that same pull.
He did.
I'll even.
He
No, he
did.
didn't. No, he didn't.
It's called winning
He
time.
couldn't shoot like
It's
that.
called
He
winning
couldn't
time.
shoot, and that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
He
he
doesn't have to-
could.
He
What are y'all talking
couldn't,
about? Yes,
dog.
he can.
Nah.
It's nasty. It looked funny.
It wasn't
but
a
it
great
went in.
shooter. That's
But it-
like saying that LeBron.
It's like
don't
saying
even-
Jordan is a good shooter.
LeBron
exactly.
don't have that same pool.
You okay? But he can shoot. I'm gonna pass to LeBron. He might hit a three.
And
So will Magic.
MJ couldn't
Magic
shoot either.
had 30-something points
You
in
know,
the game.
I'll go off your point. MJ
know-
MJ couldn't shoot, but he gonna make a shot over three
so
people.
will Magic.
Another
he's
thing
not.
too, you're not wearing
The
Steph
sky
down.
hook.
You're not wearing him down. To oppose it, like if you draw up certain defenses with Magic, you're gonna wear him down.
Okay.
With Steph, I've been to a game. Shout out to Jason. I got to see 2 hours of this man get to the game early, and he had these goggles on, and the shit that he was doing pre-game, I understood why he was really like that.
No, he just run, bro. Supposedly he runs 11 miles in one game.
Yeah.
11 miles.
And still ready to shoot. Energy is high.
He's
just
running
killing-
infinity loops.
Yeah.
Just around the court.
So in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter, when we throwing Magic in the game, and he low-key kind of winded, Steph still.
Man,
Y'all
you
gotta
lose?
watch winning times.
Man,
y'all gonna
give
put
a
some respect on
damn.
Magic name.
Nah.
Nah,
the
nah,
only
nah.
thing that
He
slowed
got
Magic
5
down,
rings.
the only thing that slowed Magic down was a cold.
It was the what?
You know what I said?
Say it.
A cold.
A cold.
He had a cold.
Yeah, the cold.
Yeah.
Slowed him down.
Just say it, man. Just say it.
I'm gonna say that.
Man,
No,
shout out to Magic.
because our editors won't edit stuff out. So rather me getting stuff beeped out,
It's what?
Magic
It's
had a
just
cold.
HIV.
slowed him down.
It's
Yeah,
just HIV.
Magic got them 5.
Sorry.
On
Thank you to
paper,
our editors.
You like that Magic, but Steph, he's the new kid in town.
What about Dame? What about Kyrie? I like Kyrie.
Steph is in
Kyrie
the league of
is
his own.
Chris Paul is my favorite point guard. He's gonna be with Steph.
No,
We're
he's
gonna
not.
see it. He is.
Oh, yeah.
He's
he is.
starting.
He is.
The list came out.
Totally forgot.
I think when you talk about revolutionizing, it go for me. The list is AI, then it's Steph,
Oh,
And
Mickey's
then
gonna
it's-
be happy about that.
and then
I mean, it's true.
and then it's Magic. Because AI, you got to realize when AI was doing what he was doing, bro, he took a lot of. It's always when you innovative, it's always somebody that's taking the arrow.
Yeah.
The tattoos, the cornrows, the way even like
Should the headband?
The
the
baggy
head-
suit.
the
baggy.
baggy suit, all those things, bro. Like before that,
He ain't
the
even wear
person
suits
before
like
that
that.
was
He
Jordan,
didn't.
who set the tone as far as the aesthetic on dropping the shorts a little lower. Then it was the Fab Five. Then it was Iverson. When you talk about like researching the NBA and seeing the transitions, Iverson is like, you got to put him up there because he got a lot of flack for doing that. Nike socks and Vans.
Mhm.
They like, nah, bro, you can't do the Nike socks and Vans. She's like, what you mean? I'm AI. I do what I want to do.
Facts. I agree. I mean, it's a long going debate. Who is the best? Only time will tell, right? When Curry's done, we will actually see the legacy that's finished. When Kyrie's done, we'll see the legacy that's finished. Even Dame. If Dame can get somewhere where he can win, might be a
Dame-
different story.
Dame, he a bull. Dame just need what LeBron needed when he was with Cleveland. He need a piece. Nobody does it by themselves. That's why I love music.
Shit, Kobe did.
Kobe didn't do it by himself. None of them years. He willed his team to win.
I feel like Kobe's the closest one.
No, Mike
that
is
didn't have the-
Mike
No,
is the
Mike
one.
Mike had a super team, sir. That's blasphemy for
Mike
you to
had a
say.
team, bro.
Scottie
A
Pippen,
super team?
Dennis Rodman.
Hey, Scottie
what are you
Pippen,
talking
when
about?
look at Scottie,
You said Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen. Who else? Who else?
them two alone.
Steve Kerr,
Oh my God.
Steve
We talking about
Kerr.
Steve Kerr is not even the best coach of the Warriors.
Jeff Hornacek.
People don't know.
Jeff
Rodman,
Hornacek is crazy.
Rodman was that value. You got to realize Jordan didn't win till he got Rodman.
Yeah.
Man,
He couldn't
Jordan-
get past Rodman.
Yeah, until they got those pieces. You're right.
Because Rodman, you know why? Because Rodman, every team needs a player that's going to do the dirty work.
Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc, bums.
crazy.
Absolute bums.
Jordan ain't winning a chip without Kerr,
Absolute
sir.
bums.
Jordan is not winning a chip without
Yeah, he
Kerr.
would. He would have just not passed it and shot a layup.
That's crazy.
He would have just
I
not
think-
passed
I
it and shot a
did.
layup.
I think Jordan would have got it done, but I think Kerr definitely played an intricate value because, once again, when you drawing ones and twos, all you need is a knockdown.
True.
Jordan was doing that.
Kerr was that. He got lucky. Jordan just punched him in the face the week before. That made sense.
How you feel about that?
What?
I think so. This go back to like his statement, right? It's like, okay, some would say the punch in the face is OD, right? Some would say that.
Okay.
It is.
It is, right?
It is.
And the way you use your perspective is like, nah, bro, we could be nicer than that. But fast forward, I always look at this is that they got the job done and Kerr respected him after that.
Yeah. And not to mention, like, I want to say it's not always like the actual punch in the face. It could be the figurative way of saying I'm punching you in the face. I've been punched in the face by you before. When it comes to something that we talking about, you're like, nah, this, right? Like sometimes you gotta take that and be like, oh shit, like that woke me up. You know what I mean? Hopefully that wakes you up to try and do something different in your approach when it comes to that, right? Like,
Well, this is why I bring it up, is that sometimes when you're yelling, nobody wants to listen.
yeah,
So when nobody wants to listen, you have to figure out certain ways to get their attention.
Thank you.
yeah,
And so that's no different than in football. I've seen multiple times coaches go over and smack them person on the helmet and say, get your head in the game. They was yelling on the sideline, but that smack might just,
mm-hmm,
and it's out of love though. The thing about it, the smack got to be out of love.
100%.
It ain't the like, well, what's the name just did? Trademark.
I was about to say that.
That wasn't out of love. I think the Jordan thing was like, I need you, bro.
Yeah,
I need you here with me.
yeah,
So just get in line.
toughen up.
I need you here with me. When we go to war, I need you.
Yeah,
So I need you to be in tune. And so the thing about it, when I look at the game, is like it's all about the approach and the reasoning. It's cool to yelling like people don't understand. Somebody told me this, and it gave me a different perspective. Like being mad is a good emotion. It's how you translate the energy.
mm-hmm,
When Kanye was like, "Hey, no, I need everybody," we all felt that on that clip,
mm-hmm,
and I guarantee, present, everybody really felt it.
mm-hmm.
That was his way to get everybody in tune. Like, I'm trying to really take us to the highest level. Everybody got their approach, but
Different level of focus. I'll say that.
And a lot of times you don't appreciate it in the moment, right? Like in the moment, it might feel weird. It might feel uncomfortable. But like after that moment, like you said, and then we win, I'm like, that needed to happen.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Because if we lose and we knew that we wasn't all the way in sync, my biggest thing is like, somebody said this in a clip I was watching the other day. It's like, if you doing something and you don't check me, you really not my homie.
Facts.
Like if I see you slipping on something and I know it's value to you, I'm supposed to check you.
Facts.
That's how you know we really homies. I care.
Facts.
So I think Jordan cared about all them niggas. He was checking niggas because he knew at the end of the day he really wanted to win. Kobe, he was checking niggas because he really wanted to win. LeBron, don't get it twisted. LeBron be checking niggas. He just doing it in a way where
it looks nice.
It just looks nicer.
Yeah.
But LeBron wants to win, bro.
Publicist on 10.
And you gotta be what is it called? You gotta receive the checking respectfully, right? It might not feel good in the time, but also know why my brother is yelling at me or telling me there's a different route, right? Like you gotta be receptive to that. And when you are, you realize the next time you go about it a little bit differently. You might see a different perspective, and it always helps. That's what I just see from that. You know what I mean? So
I just wanted to put that in because study the greats, man. They all got a certain nuance.
mm-hmm.
Ali, all of them. It's seriousness. When you serious, you passionate. When you passionate, comes a little bit more intense. It's not gonna be soft all the time.
It's facts. I agree.
Have y'all seen George Foreman? Side note, it's on Netflix. George Foreman, Ali's in that movie. That's what you reminded me of when you said that Ali knocked George Foreman clean out. He went to making grills after that. After Ali knocked George Foreman out, he was never the same. He was never the same.
Shit, like, I'm here.
He started making grills. He got up out of there. But yeah, man, we definitely appreciate you being in the building, Go. We appreciate you taking the time out. We definitely want to do another show because you got so many layers that we can like peel back and dive into so many different things and have different conversations. And what we are doing too is obviously this is the home base, so we have it here. We want to pull up on your setting, right? Like we're the next interview for one of our guys who we're doing the interview. We're gonna pull up to the studio, and then just catch a vibe there. You know what I mean? Catch you in your element. I feel like when you're in your element, we're in our element, right? So like
Yeah.
we act a certain way. I might yell, I might turn up, we might have fun, but we know it's all in love to make sure we get the product done. So we want to catch you in your element sometimes, and do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Pull up to the stool, man. I'm ready. Just know I'm yelling. I'm yelling, but it's all out of love.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, man, I want to see us win. Us. It's all about us. We represent each other. Right now, we all on camera and we all representing each other.
100%.
So when we win, we all win.
Got anything else?
I got nothing else. It was an amazing episode with you, sir. I learned a lot today.
Love.
Great meeting you.
Any last words? Anything you want to spit to somebody who's up and coming, entrepreneur, trying to do something that you're doing in a similar lane as you, or even in a different lane, just with the same mindset as you have?
Be confident. Believe in what you do. Always understand that people not gonna see it, but your part of your mission is to make them see it. You know, everything that we spoke about today, I've always had to just show and prove. And so if I give anything to anybody, what I tell my daughter all the time is you gotta believe it. You gotta see it before anybody else. And so if you out there and you watching this, the number one thing to believe is confidence. You gotta have faith of a mustard seed, like that's saying in the Bible. It's basic instructions before leaving earth. So like when you understand that, you understand like nobody can see it like you see it. That's why these are your two eyes. You feel me?
That's
You might
fire.
you might come across some people that can, like, I came across Yams and he like, bro, you're ahead of your time, but that's rare. And you're not gonna get that until you put the work in. Cause he only can say that because he watched me for the first 4 years do what I did. And then on the fifth, he's like, nah, bro, you in tune. So it go back to like, you gotta have a dead ear. You just gotta believe. You feel me? Like when we first started doing the hats, a lot of people didn't see it. I knew they did. It started to translate. And it's gonna translate for you too. But it take time. Another thing is we live in a microwave era. And that's detrimental to a lot of us because we think it's supposed to happen overnight. This podcast that look like this, I remember watching they first shows. And to see how I look now, this shows passion. This shows experience. This shows that they're dedicated. And I think a lot of times we mimic the end result, but we don't want to like go through the process and the journey. And so that's how I look at the game is like, we got to start falling in love and being more passionate about what we doing instead of just saying we doing what we doing. You know, I tell my daughter all the time, like, whatever you do, I'm going to support you, but you got to do it at the highest level. You got to, like, if we doing basketball right now, we doing all the things that the top level people doing. We dribbling with tennis balls. We're doing this and that. Like, whatever we doing, we coming for the top. And so I say that to share it with y'all, like, whatever you doing, don't just say you doing it because you doing it. Just like, and be transparent. Like right now, I'm not doing clothing. I could be transparent with myself because I know that's something that I'm not on right now. The number one thing I realize with a lot of us as a culture, if we look in the mirror every day, but we don't have a conversation with ourselves. We'll talk bad about somebody else and say what they need to be doing, but we don't check ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why game is like everywhere. We gotta start looking in the mirror, brushing our teeth, and having that conversation. Like, I need to be doing this better. Accountability.
How can I be the best today? How can I be a better version than what I was yesterday? I totally agree.
Because you're gonna rub off on somebody else. When you come in this store, you guys should have Rob and Jason on here. Because one thing I realize about a lot is this. Energy is everything, right? When you get the right team with this type of environment,
Mm-hmm.
it's not even like y'all got the shit, but it's the team that's going to translate the money.
Mm-hmm.
Because when people come in there, they got to feel courted. They got to feel like they rock with you. Like, they can, the thing about business and in general is people don't have to spend their money with you.
Nobody got to spend any money anywhere. Nobody needs anything.
You know what I'm saying? So the deciding factor is when they walk in the store and be like, bro, I like how you took care of me. Or I like when I come in, what you will say this and that. It's the nuances. And so one thing I realized with Jason and Tradition was he built a team that they was pushing not only Tradition, but they was pushing like the whole
Experience.
experience.
It was pushing the experience. Yep. I'm pushing the experience. You said something before off camera that was important. You said people are coming to the store. They can spend their money anywhere, but they're coming for you. Like that. Hey, is he there? Okay, perfect. Because he gonna get me right. He cares about what I look like. You know what I mean? He cares about my style. He cares about just me in general. Even how I'm spending my money. He cares about that.
People don't realize that, Steve, but that's I'm trying to I've been in the game a long time. When I see stores, I first come in and look at aesthetic, then I look at how y'all courting people.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it going.
We can keep going.
Nah.
It's still lit.
The lights is off because they know like that's
Yeah.
that's the vibe.
Yeah.
How y'all courting people, bro?
Yeah.
That carries the legacy of the store.
Yep. Definitely.
So, yeah.
Like I said, man, we appreciate you. Once again, this has been another episode of the Fair Game Podcast. I am your host, C13,
My name is Christopher Alejandro Gastelum, and we're out.
and we got GO with us. Appreciate you once again.
Appreciate you.
Love.
Remember, guys.
You are the.
Remember, guys, you are the main character in your story. Dress like it.
God damn it.
Like, subscribe, comment. Get in the comments. Shout us out. Appreciate y'all. Sponsor Cash. He needs Target pants.
We out.